Did you finish RE4? I don't think so. You mean ever? This guy who's got a red name who's tagging me, you don't need to be tagging me, dude. I don't know what you think you're doing with that shit, but you don't need to be tagging me. You could just not talk, and that would ensure your survival in here. Anyway, let me see if I can find it. Do you guys have a link for that tournament? I think it's called Texas Showdown. Just to put on in the background. Thanks, Sofandra.
Thank you.
New job? Cool. Congrats. I hope you like it. This better not be some fucking dick pics. Whoa. What is this? Texas Showdown, Marvel vs. Capcom 2? This is gonna be at EVO, you know.
Oh, Pillar.
See Blackheart pushing him
Yeah.
forward. Go. Nice spend of meter here, man.
Man, after playing that game yesterday, what was it called? King of Fighters or whatever, Fatal Fighters or whatever that shit was. Holy moly, that game was insanely disappointing. That game was, to me, just an absolute stinker. It's insane. It feels like a homemade game. Like anyone could make that. It's a bathroom game. I think that's an insult to Melty Blood. Comparing that game to Melty Blood, isn't Melty Blood like the bathroom game? It is the bathroom game.
Attempting to hold it down.
That's an insult to bathroom games. I think that the game I played yesterday was very shockingly bad. Like if you were to just, let's say it wasn't called Fatal Fury. Let's say it was just called anything, right? Fatal Fight. And it came out. To me, anyone with eyes would think that that game is a total joke.
Oh, but no matter.
It was really not great. Substantially worse than the King of Fighters 15, which I think sucks. Hold on, let me find this thing so you can see. Properties.
But yeah, the controller switched back to his home groove.
Yeah.
Man, the little baby changes.
Where is this shit?
Yeah, let's see this, man, dude. I'm not sure if it's an infinite or it's like a restand where
Did
you
it
have
work?
to block cross up and it's
There we go.
It's like a knowledge check.
Yeah.
Because like sometimes
This is Texas Showdown.
Like
Hey, what other games are they streaming right now?
Be honest with the honest.
This game's gonna be at EVO, you know.
It's all good. Doing what we can.
How old is this footage? I think it's live. So like minutes ago.
Thank you.
I mean, not
Thanks, Ultimate Gonzo.
But I would, I'm betting to see the depth.
I just played a little bit of Ethno Guesser right now off stream. I did pretty well.
It's probably gonna be a lot of this. The top tiers in Marvel vs. Capcom 2 are so much better than the rest of the cast.
Okay.
There's not much reason to play.
Did you see the whatever, what a crazy chase? Yeah, it was a crazy one. I don't really know when things go viral, though. How the fuck am I supposed to know something went viral?
I'm excited for it.
How the fuck am I supposed to know something goes viral, dude?
So is everyone else.
Yeah, exactly.
My gardener's gonna tell me about it.
The first two characters that are real interesting for everyone.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to tell me about it if something goes viral.
Who else?
Yeah.
Change the title?
I'm like,
Don't tell me what to do, bitch. I'd rather the devs come in here and get excited about me playing their game and then realize it's been refunded.
Quamba, right?
Yes.
I
have been trying to get
What the fuck is this title then? IRL? Why are you guys
So I have this nice closet of like it's enough space where if I put insulated wall
Is that guy playing on? Is that guy playing standing on that Quamba thing?
It could like really scream.
I think this guy's playing standing on a Quamba thing.
Very respectful from my roommate and my
Crazy.
girlfriend, and I don't want to.
CVS 2 comes out soon, you know. I'm gonna play that at least for a day. That game is so stupid.
Yeah.
When does that come out? Some stuff's coming out. That's what we should talk about when I come back. The next thing's coming out.
Man, let's Go, see?
I'll leave this on instead of put on a song. Or do you want me to mute this, put on a song, and let you watch? That's probably the ultimate strat. Right? Nobody wants to hear these clowns. Turn that off. Jill, put this on. And then I'll give you a tune. Oh, what about this thing? Okay. Nice. Be cool. Poof, nice break. I gotta say, I'm feeling good. I hope they refund that $23 curly turd I just refunded. Thanks, no honor having Ass Chang and Gunmetal Star and Lecreddy. And thanks, Ultimate Gonzo. Thanks, bros. They have no honor. You guys want to listen to this? I do. What other games do they have going on right now? Ooh, forget games going on right now. Well, don't forget it. I do want to know that, but aren't there like a bunch of games coming out? There's something coming out on Monday, which I don't remember what it is.
Moving on to the next round.
And then there's CVS 2, Smash LOL.
Yeah.
I can't stand Smash. I've never played it once, dude.
Yeah.
I like Smash players more than I like Smash. I haven't had an actual real-world bad experience with a Smash player in my life, ever. Every encounter I've ever had with Smash players has been good. Now, I will admit, most of my encounters with Smash players have been with pretty girls. And by most, pretty much all. So, you know, that's like all I know. Thanks, Pygmy God.
Thank you.
They seem alright by me. They don't smell that bad. I think that whole smell shit is like, girls' Kappa face? No, I mean authentic, genuine. Child of Zion.
What a name.
No tiramisu. I'm gonna play CVS 2.
Yeah.
I love that from Grandma. So jealous. I need that. I need
The
that.
Last of Us Part 2. Did you repeat that like 10 times?
Thank you.
He also had like the nice button.
Yeah. Listen, man. I don't like this type of game, dude. That game sucks. I hate The Last of Us.
I mean, something.
I think The Last of Us,
Yeah.
just the franchise, is like one of the most overrated in gaming history. In the history of video games. There are so many games that are just as good or better than that game that get no fucking love. That game is mega overrated. I don't think it's garbage, but relative to the love it gets, yes, I think it's absolutely garbage. But it gets insane love, dude. Everyone loves that shit.
Right.
I'm a hater, though. But I hate everything, remember?
You don't want them spiders' wings.
All right. We see Jacob.
I hate your band, and I hate TV.
I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I hate everything, dude.
No mean to you, but you saw the gambit and then
Oh,
there's
yeah, I saw
three
three
ruby hearts.
Have you ever played Snake Pass? I don't think so.
Yeah, man.
No. I love that. I love the 3 ruby hearts engine.
Which groove do you like in CBS 2?
I don't know.
I mean, I only know how to play C groove,
Yeah.
and I don't even really know how to play that game, but I know enough. I know enough.
Like a dark stalkers type
Yeah.
I'd like to learn how to play A groove, but it's kind of hard. I play Sakura. In fact, Sakura is one of my better characters in that game, and she's very good at A groove. She has like a painting fences combo. She's good at A groove, but it's a hard combo to do.
Let's go.
I don't know if I can do it.
Yes.
See a rogue. Ken?
Yes.
K groove is cool. It could get the job done. The only groove in that game that is truly useless is the one where you dodge. Is that S groove? I think S groove is the one that is like truly trash. All the other grooves, it can be done, but there are struggles. P is pretty bad, yeah, but it's I've seen good players perform in tournament with that groove. It can be done.
There you go.
Flushed already? Yeah, that game sucked. It was like one of those,
Yeah, and unfortunately, Rogue
The whole thing is a walk and read.
so we're not gonna be
Plus the chat room influenced.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really lame being in a room full of people that are hating on something and using willpower to not hate on it yourself, that shit sucks. Like, dude, I could use less willpower to do what I want to do and join this army of haters and hate with them. Why wouldn't I do that? You know? I want to hate too. Game sucks.
Happy to take that extra life loss to keep a sentinel assist in the back lines.
It's only Smash Brothers that's on now?
Right now, so maybe we'll save that for the next round.
Yeah.
Marvel's cool though.
And obviously,
These guys are also playing weird characters.
Here with the storm. Obviously, if they
You think this game sucks? Marvel 2?
Absolutely nothing this team can do to stop that.
Who thinks this game sucks, dude?
Respectful do you want to play right
Who are you? Who the hell thinks this game sucks? Sucks?
There we go. Yep, about as much
I mean,
as I'll give you once I get
that's a
up there
weird
right
thing
there.
to say.
Oh,
You think it sucks? I mean, it's one thing to not play it, even not like it.
We're even gonna switch
But
up to
thinking
the
this
road
game
here.
sucks
I
is
just pick up a
very
power
weird.
off of the Cyclops.
You must have not been alive when this game was new.
Trying to build up some
It's
meter
the
speed.
only way you could
Lots
say
of
that.
rows and a block string.
If you were alive, you didn't even have to play games. If you were alive and you went to liquor stores, bowling alleys, you name it, any fucking location that had movie theaters, that had arcade machines, there were 3+ Mexicans playing Marvel everywhere on Earth. So you must have not been alive when this game came out. You must have. When I was in college, there was a little arcade there, and it had like 3 games, but it had Marvel 2. And there was this Mexican guy that was, I could never beat this guy. He was so good, dude. And he was just like, you know, he didn't play any tournaments or anything. He was just, I'd play him all the time. He was good. I hated that guy. Couldn't beat him, dude. He'd hit me with the Iron Man all day long. I'd have to fucking take a bite. Take a bite out of my lunch. Damn it.
Did a really nice job putting it
Sucks.
together.
Let me take a bite of this pizza while I'm getting
Nah, man,
infinite comboed by Iron Man.
And then I'm really getting
Like, no.
Games good for nostalgic regions? Do you really think that? You must be a total idiot. But I mean, it's alright. If you were smart, I'd be more surprised. I'd be like, what?
I think if Jake is able to
Intelligent?
put a little more pressure with the
That's
Sentinel,
weird.
That's really going to be the character that carries this team forward.
This game
will be good.
is
You can't
special,
lose him in,
dude.
like, a weird deep
If you're old enough to remember it when it was new, it's not like a nostalgic reasons. It was a phenomenon. Everyone played it.
super out in time.
It was super popular.
that fast.
And it is a great game. Regardless of what you say, it is a great game. I mean, it is. It just is so great. The characters in it, it was similar to Marvel Rivals. Because you remember, you see, like, Marvel Rivals, a big part of why it's successful is everyone knows who these characters are. That's a big part of why this game is special. It's got your favorite characters in it. You know? That's a big deal. And then on top of that, it's fun. And at the time, having 3 players per team was so insane. It was just new. It was so advanced.
Thank you.
Colossus going to take some serious damage here.
Let me put it to you this way.
Has to get hit first.
You know how now, when something new comes out, it's very rare for it to be revolutionizing anything. It's just a redone formula. Like another open world game, another fighting game, just a couple more meters here. Nothing is changing. When this game came out, it was like paving new road. New road. The way this game was so advanced, it had 3 characters, there was so much freedom, it had every character you could want. It was just like, wow, this is a sequel. Nowadays, when they put a 2 at the end of a game, it's not a 2. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 was a 2. This is 2. 2. This is 2. You know? This is a 2. From Marvel 1 to 2? This is a 2.
I'm just here to
And that's something that's gone. There are no more 2s.
To build up experience.
There aren't even 1s anymore, dude.
Heroes, min-max.
You can't even get a 1.
Don't leave me alone with the monsters.
They're all just like fucking regurgitated shit. That game yesterday was insane.
Art of Bloom still having to take this incredibly safe.
Death Stranding 2, I really... Okay, so at this point, you know how Death Stranding 2, there's nothing we could do about it. I'm 90% sure that this isn't really a nightmare, and I'm not going to wake up. There actually is going to be a Death Stranding 2. So, if we're to believe that that is truly reality, and Kojima is that out of his mind that he would make a sequel to that curly turd, now we have to move forward with our lives and accept that. So, I hope that Death Stranding 2 is like a complete departure from 1 and is now not shitty in some way. I'm hoping for that. Because if it's like a true to the original operation,
Your team right there. Art of Blimp showing off.
you're jinxing it. You're using the wrong version of the word "you're," my friend. You're looking for the word "you are," contraction with an apostrophe. So, just giving you info that you might want to write down. Wrong version,
Just meet the guy.
amigo.
Yeah, this would be, I would argue, quite an upset. I don't know who Art of Blimps is.
Rogue
like,
sucks a
specifically.
cocky. But you know what? This game has come out with, since it was re-released, there were new things that they found. I've seen lots of unblockables now. Have you seen that?
In and back.
They found lots of new unblockables in this game that are really cheap.
So much damage.
Like just super good, usable unblockables.
Oh my God, they keep looping it.
I always felt that way. Like, these old fighting games, even Soul Calibur 2, even the old Tekkens,
Get off me.
I used to think, like, these games are so deep and complex, and since they're fixed, they're never going to be, like, patched or nerfed or whatever.
Nice pick up there as
These
well.
games never truly get explored to their fullest possibility. Never. They always die before they get the opportunity to be really, truly explored.
That was such a
I always felt like, yeah, Infinites, even Soul Calibur 2, a game that I played so much, and I mean, I probably know more about that game than any other game that I've ever played. That game I felt like there were bugs and things that I didn't know about, that I never ended up finding. You know, and other people didn't end up finding. All these games, that's the case.
got the clinch.
The coolest thing is that the game is going to be that way forever. That's the best part about it. It's going to be this way forever. It will never be nerfed or changed in any way.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Power up is once she,
That's another thing you're never, ever going to get again.
say.
Half the time, the things that make these games so sick are mistakes that were unintended by the developers. And usually when the developer, you know, these devs, they like to suck their own dicks and shit, right? So when they find a mistake, even if it's sick, a lot of the time they'll take it out because they're too proud to even admit that there is a problem, a flaw in their game. So, you know, that's the issue. They don't have the guts to fucking leave in an unintended thing and just let it rock the way they were forced to in the past. Well, we already shipped the game. Fuck, what are we gonna do? Better not do that in the sequel. You know? That's how it used to be.
Needs to get a Superman, or he can.
And that's not a bad thing. That was
Oh my
cool.
God. That was crazy.
Nice.
Shucked it.
Should be able to
Shuck
go into
that shit.
Central here and pick
Hey,
this
thanks
up.
Action Dan and Lambendil. And thanks Vertox and Django-san and a married Dozemill.
That comeback, but honestly,
Ah,
really good
excuse
stuff to
me.
shake
Oh yeah, no.
Thanks
doubt as
Pygmy
well.
God
Kept the composure.
and Skid Marksman.
Locked it down. He's like,
Yeah.
no. Let's
Yeah.
shut this down.
It's just a big issue
I
with
mean,
fighting
in
games.
my own words, I said it's going to be a blowout just on the character selected art of
I think the old ones are still pretty
no.
cool. I like
No,
Third
but
Strike.
this team is-
I like this.
This team is my team.
Um,
piloting it incredibly well right
CVS
now.
2 is gonna be fun for like 3
He is even
days
getting Sentinel to stop pressing
until people
buttons.
realize
It's
how
not
cheap
something
that shit
You
is.
don't normally
That
see.
game is
I know
insane.
that much.
You know, we stopped the
Tekken
first
5,
stage,
that
it
was a
pretty
very
solid.
good game. Not the regular Tekken 5.0. That game sucked ass, dude.
Butt hash.
That game,
Jack Miller,
Tekken
Fox 30
5.0.
News.
First of all, when that game was announced, I was coming off of Soul Calibur 2, so I was really into fighting games, and I wanted to buy Tekken 5 arcade machine. So I got a second job to pay for it, and I had already paid for it. And you know who Castell is? The guy who used to run TekkenZaibatsu.com? Almost like a fucking angel. Right before they shipped the arcade machine to me, I was about to spend like $5K on this shit, just for the board. He, like an angel, he sent me a message. He was like, don't buy it. It's coming out in 3 months. You didn't hear it from me. And so I fucking canceled the order, quit my job, dude. Fuck you. Fuck you. I quit, got my money. It was so tight. Anyway, the game came out, and it sucked so fucking bad. You think Tekken 8 is bad? Tekken 5.0 was so insanely shitty. It had infinite combos that once they were discovered, the community said this is too cheap, so we have to ban the infinite combos. The way we'll ban them is you're only allowed to do this move once per combo. So then they found a combo that was not an infinite combo, but it was 100% combo. So it doesn't really fucking matter. And then the same guy won Evo back to back using this infinite shit. It's not an infinite because it doesn't use the same move over and over, but it does 100% damage. He won the same Evo back to back with Steve. That game fucking sucked. But you know, people loved Tekken at the time. People really loved it, and they didn't care that it sucked. They still played it. Myself included. Still played it. And then they came out with Tekken 5 DR, which was, alright, this game's fucking amazing now. They fixed every problem in the game. They made the game feel amazing. It was just a really great game. Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection. Everyone was happy. Everyone loved it. It was like, it is most people who were around back then's favorite Tekken. Most people. And you know what, dude? Yesterday I was watching a couple of, not even matches, just like some footage from Tekken 6. I think Tekken 6 looks so much better than Tekken 8. I was watching Tekken 6 thinking this game looks really cool. Bruce, Brian, the way they're fighting each other and it's like nothing else is happening. The hit sparks were so... Go back and watch some Tekken 6. Watch that shit. No extravagant explosions or flames. No randomly running towards each other after dynamic. You know, it's just a really attractive game that is really focusing on the combat. The kicks, the punches. No rockets. No, you know, machine guns. It was just like a really cool fighting game. Really attractive.
Yeah. And not even using the power.
I thought so, at least.
I think it's most of the time it is a passive.
It's not that it's no anime. You know what was also something that I really liked about Tekken's art design before they went full anime is it didn't alienate. It didn't go over the top with the anime. Yeah, it was a little bit anime, right? But the way it looked and the things that occurred between the characters, it wasn't so flagrant that it made you feel like I'm playing an anime game. It wasn't like that before. It was more like Western influence, and you know, it had like, you know, the design of the visuals was not so obviously anime. You know, that happened over time.
Just really nice stuff. Oh,
This is not Third Strike. This is Marvel 2.
Turtle Power.
Marvel vs.
Strider
Capcom
Zero.
2.
Yes. So, will they live up to their name?
Virtua Fighter 6 could be pretty fun.
Yeah.
It could be.
Strider and
It could be because I think Virtua Fighter 6 has the balls to not do what everyone else is doing and make the game so heavily about, you know, resources and like things like that instead of it just being about the combat and the system. I think Virtua Fighter has the balls to do it just about the combat. And I think that they're like, if it's the same people that made VF5, which it could be, I'm not sure. I think that they have like the track record, you know? What do you call it? Credentials. They have the credentials to make a good fighting game too.
Art of 8 limbs.
Yeah.
I was saying like Art of Glimpse. That 8 looked like a
The VF team seized the opportunity. If they were smart, they would.
Ivana Jerkmanov.
Hey, thanks Ligma, Tugma, Retard, Sugma, Fugma,
Yeah.
and Christian Rose. Thanks T8, Farted, whatever. And thanks Drew, Peanuts, and Seymour Dix in Action Dan. Thanks. Yeah, these are some shitty ass jokes. They're making me have to sneeze. I'm allergic to your shitty joke, dander. Oh Lord.
Yeah, no.
Don't do it.
It's
I gotta sneeze.
everything's being like held back, right? Back in
Seymour?
so.
I'm like, yeah, it's been a little craziness over here, but in the meanwhile, we
let
got
it rock.
normal stuff. We got MS
Joke dander lol.
freaking scrub,
Yeah.
rocking the other side, man. This is MVC2 at its absolute peak,
Yes.
baby.
Peak.
Virtual Fighter,
All right, here we
like,
go.
to me, in my experience growing up in SoCal, it only started having a presence after it was re-released.
One more loop
You got
of
one
it?
more?
During, like, when was that? When was it re-released?
Take out Sentinel.
You remember that? When, like, Rip was doing flip kicks and shit?
Doing some damage.
That's when it got big tournament traction. Around that time. Originally, it was pretty poverty.
Yeah, and I mean, that's what you're paying
2010?
for when you play
That
a
sounds
game.
around right.
Just try and get
2012?
everything past
That
the
sounds
first
about
game.
right.
Oh, Capcom Commando.
It was then. That's when it... But Virtua Fighter 5 came out in 05, I think.
Fine. He has to be tagged in.
Which is so insane if you think about it. 20 years ago?
Nice crossover.
And they just came out with a new version.
One.
What the hell, dude?
You know why NBC
That
tournaments
is
are so
crazy.
fast?
That is
Because it's on the
crazy.
screen and
Yeah.
stuff.
VF5 Sleeping Face? Brew, I'm with you on that. That shit is old and boring. But 6 could be cool.
Zero.
I'm
Thought,
hopeful.
Yeah.
but likely just to stick
You
with
never
it.
know. It could be good.
Yeah, I hate to say it, he's literally playing one of the best teams in the game right now. There's not much delegation.
VF5 was already for dads back then. That is so true.
Which
That is
I can't
so
imagine
actually
Capcom played
what
that
it was.
pretty much
What was the case?
other than
The people that played that game were so
Thank
old
you.
as fuck.
Yeah.
Like I was like
Overhead.
average 10 years younger than everyone in the tournament
Almost out.
If he had another bar,
On
he would've
average.
absolutely spent it there.
at that time.
But yeah, so this is gonna nerf Magneto.
Are you a Ronaldo main? No, man, that game fucking sucks. I played the demo yesterday. Not the demo, the beta test. It's one of the worst fighting games I think I've ever played. Mostly because it's coming out in 2025. I can't believe that part about it specifically. It's so awful.
Of that. Now Sentinel.
Nice crossover, man. Really nice.
I can't believe it.
block assist
I'm
as
so
well.
disappointed
Gotta be so careful. She hits
in
at
that game.
A tenth of her HP left.
I mean, in my mind, the Mark of the Wolves was almost known for how visually pleasant it looked.
Yeah.
It was like really one of SNK's most attractive games. And this new one is so unattractive. It's almost like it's like satirical. It feels like they're intentionally making it ugly as like for it to be the complete contrast of the original.
Power going up too.
Turtle
Oh
power.
no, wait. Not Strider.
No. Yeah. Strider got
Sage
that
M
one.
likes it. Yeah, but you gotta remember, man. I mean, does he hate any fighting game?
All right.
You know, come on. He's supposed to like it. He has to.
No switches.
Man, what's up with Sage M fans going around and like telling people that Sajam is like they gossip. This is like the 3rd time this week. What is that about? Sajam fans will go around and be like, "Oh, hey, Sajam is saying this about you." What is that about?
And once opening interactions are over,
what is that about? Do you think that all day long when I talk hella shit, like I'll say something like, Sajam is always peddling guacamole or whatever, right? Do you think that Aris fans go over to Sajam and they say, "Hey, Sajam, Aris just said that all you do is peddle guacamole." And he also said that Chipotle could go fuck itself. You know? Do you think they do that? I don't think so. Unlikely. Because they don't need to. You should assume I'm saying that 24 hours a day. 7 days a week, dude. Guacamole, peddling ass. All you do is talk shit, dude. Grow up. Anyway, dude, Sajam loves anything with 2 fucking life bars on top of the screen. Same with Maximilian. That's what they do, man. Come on, man. Anything. I've never heard those guys say anything bad about any fight. They just love fighting games. They don't give a fuck about any details. That's it. I love fighting games. It's fair, right? I think it's fair. Different people love different things. Thanks, Swag Duncan.
That extra HP, man, keeping him on for just a moment longer, but Turtle Power still gonna sneak it out, going up another game.
Okay, 2-1. Let's see what adjustments Strider Zero can make with that.
Max shits on MK11.
Obviously he's been doing incredible work. Just didn't get that final push over the edge that he needs. So once you kill Psylocke, Magneto has a much harder time doing.
My cat's breath smells like cat food. That's one of the worst fucking fighting games in history. If you're defending Maximilian for hating on one of the worst things ever, I think that that's not exactly a good like evidence to claim. That's not true. Max doesn't love every shitty fighting game. See, he hated one of the worst fucking games ever. See, Aris, I have a counterpoint over it. Shut the fuck up, dude. That game sucked ass. The people who made it think it sucked ass. That game was trash, dude. You know? And I'm sure he's gonna hate MK11 too, eventually, right? That game sucks too, man. What did I say? 11? Is that what you said? Which one do they have now? 1. Right? Half of 11? That game sucks too. But I showed my friend the T1000 trailer, and that character looks great to me. I think T1000 looks really good. In fact, better than like Conan and shit like that looks in MK. I think it looks great. The game looks really good, but plays like butt. I don't think that game looks really good. I think it's ugly, but T1000 looks really good.
Turtle Power takes it 3-1.
Didn't Sajam get banned from Capcom while talking shit about netcode? Oh my god, dude, you fall for that shit so quick. I can't believe it. You think that it's just like random that kind of shit happens? That's all a script written for you to consume, and it worked like a charm. That's like a buzzword that he's got you going around. That shit doesn't even fucking exist, man. That is a made up buzzword. There's no such thing as rollback. That shit's all fake, dude. None of it exists. It's a conspiracy. You know, it's made to keep you in a mentally suppressed so that you can't tell Fatal Fury fucking sucks. How could your eyes not see what my eyes see when we play Fatal Fury Mark of the Wolves? How is it possible that you don't see that, but I see that? I don't know. Something's up. And I think that Sajam is behind it. All right? I think, just let me say, guacamole is involved. Okay? Guacamole is involved, dude.
Yeah.
You guys should not accept. It's not acceptable to, in 2025, get this kind of shit. Throw breaks result in chip damage. You know, these kinds of, the bazooka on Anna Williams. These kinds of things that you guys are just willing to accept, no problemo. See you at the next tournament. That's like, something's wrong. You've been fed something that's making you blind to what I can see. And honestly, I have no problem if it stays that way. Continue.
Yeah.
Mark of the Wolves, to me, the game I played yesterday, that's not acceptable. That's not acceptable. That shit is really not good.
Yeah. It's a little hard. The table's kind of high.
Yeah.
I don't want it.
We have a dual chair.
Yeah.
The game has rollback. Yeah, rollback.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
on Tuesdays, I work from home, so what I'll do
Sure
is
it
I have
does.
to use my office chair for actual work, its intended purpose.
2XKO. I wonder if that game's gonna be good. It seems like people are lukewarm on it. Like,
On my hard ass
people don't really like ride its nuts so hard as you would
the
expect.
college girls always have.
Okay.
Got like one of those sitting around. And I'm like, this is how the old players.
Yeah.
10 characters at release for a 2v2 game.
You gotta do what
Are you laughing at that because it's not enough characters?
Yeah.
blood flowing?
I mean, guys, they've only been working on it for 10 years. You know? Give them a break.
And then I'm gonna have another piece of thing in my house.
Oh,
Screw that.
first world problems.
Yeah. for
Cut them some slack.
the most privileged statement. Won't be the last one I have.
Give it another 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have 20 and then we'll be good to go. They already announced it's 10 characters.
To transition over. But
I mean, that doesn't bother. Does that bother you? I guess it does. Everyone repeated it.
For your favorite game.
Oh, I better be on main screen.
It's for Zoomers. You mean like really young people? Because I feel like League of Legends is not for Zoomers.
You can watch the
League of Legends is already for old people. Young people aren't gonna play that shit. No way.
They got their days tomorrow.
Yeah.
Get over here.
Yeah.
It's Marvel time.
Oh, love the name. Hit versus Buck Nasty.
Bug Nasty's a hard name.
2XKO is made by the creator of Rollback. Coincidence? You think that they're involved, huh? I think so. I think so. The whole concept of Rollback was developed in a laboratory in order to get people to think that fighting games can possibly be acceptable online. It doesn't even exist. It's just something that they made up to feed people so that they'll accept fighting games online and they'll stop going to offline events. And it worked like a charm. And now games must have it. And when they have it, now we can play it online. And, you know, come on, dude. You think that shit's gonna work on me, dude? I'm not gonna eat it. You eat it. You eat it, dude. Enjoy that shit.
Coming Evo.
Exactly.
This is
Yeah,
Still
dude.
have like a couple months
Come on, man.
away for Evo.
That's all Ronaldo.
Or, like,
Laughing all the way to the bank.
Beginning of August. So we should,
Just constantly saying stupid shit on a Saturday.
I'm thinking of my girlfriend's birthday.
What do you have to say about that?
So you have about like 4 months away.
I'm having a
for
good
Evo.
day.
So a lot
What
of
about
us
you?
training up, all the locals, all the majors.
Doing all right?
Planning to doing a tour. So
What other games are they playing, man? I'm down to check out other games
You the one
too.
that said this was your first major?
my first.
You're drinking?
Showdown.
Texas Showdown.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, I've had a couple
I don't really drink.
over the course of the weekend now say like, oh, it's my first major, and I'm like, thank you coming to a
Yeah,
really good
that's
one.
amazing. Yeah.
Hey, Brittany, how's it
Texas
going?
Showdown is one
Smile.
of my favorites. I mean, obviously this little area alone.
Resident Evil 1 is one of my favorites. But trying to like help you play is crazy because it makes me think about how do people tolerate me when I'm being backseated. That shit is like crazy. It's really difficult to get your instructions across, you know?
I will say, I was walking through there.
I guess you have to be mindful of what your like natural instinct would be as a first-time player. Because when I say something that's like, okay, go over here and then go over here, then you like look at the objective and think, wait a minute, but that's not what it says. So you naturally don't do that. It's kind of something you have to consider. First time tendencies, noobs. That game is so sick. It's one of my favorites ever. Oh, that's another one. Metal Gear Solid Triangle, dude. I'm gonna play that game naked. I'm so excited. I replayed part 1 and part 2, and I stopped at 3 because I was gonna wait for the. That was last year. I was gonna wait for the release of the remake. And then I thought it was coming out in December. And now look where we are. Almost gonna be April. That's fucking crazy. Time goes really fast. I think it goes faster the older you get. You pick up speed. Hey, happy Big Friday. I'm doing great. I'm chilling. Blessed.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, yeah. Everybody gonna be bringing it to the big stage.
Is showing up to a major, playing Marvel.
What are you league starting next week? I haven't decided yet because of the patch notes, but I do like that Forge Guard. That looks cool.
Okay.
I think I'll probably start something super like easy and then see what cheap shit happens after the week start. I'm more concerned with whether I'm gonna play trade or not because the trading system is so awful. But I want to play trade. I don't know. Hey, thanks Non-Radical. Thanks Big Smooth. Isn't that cool that I bought that car? Dude, I found pictures. I found a lot of pictures. I found pictures of my first car. Actual photographs. Which is pretty cool.
Thank you.
Thanks Batman End Table. My car that I have now is much nicer. Much nicer than my first original.
Now Cable has to come in.
We know he's a mutant hunter, but it's like the Terminator seeing himself in the crosshairs. It's like,
gosh, Sentinel. I like Sentinel.
All right.
I'm not a hater. I like this game. I just think that
Thank you.
it's not as hype as Third Strike can be. It's not as hype as Third Strike. Thanks Naked Indian Chief and Zaku.
Thank you.
yeah, all right.
Thanks.
Good first game to Buck Nasty. I respect it because we are.
Thank you.
And thanks the shiz. It destroys your hands. Isn't that weird how it never did that when I was young? Is that only because I'm old? That's weird. That trips me out. Like, this game never fucked up my hands. I used to play it every day. And now I'll play it for one session and feel like I got my ass kicked. What the hell? It's just because I'm old now?
Also, there is a bit of
What the hell?
challenge when somebody presents a good opening option like
That's
that.
weird.
Trying to DHE, look for that assist.
Yeah.
Like, that is an incredibly strong tactic.
Mashing sucks regardless of age? No way, man. I used to do it every day. In fact, I used to like it. I was disappointed when games stopped doing it. I remember thinking that. I thought it was fun. I thought it was fun, like doing a super and like, fuck you! Getting maximum damage out of it, really mashing on that shit. Yeah. I thought it was fun.
I know it's also a strong mechanic.
You know? It was hype. It got you into it.
Yeah.
You know, physically invested in the damage. You know?
Wow.
But
I mean, he's living up to the name.
it's weird that now it fucks up my hands so bad.
Buck into the nasty. Getting zoned a tiny bit right now, though.
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, we can't take 75 whole seconds of it, but as long as we're able to get some pressure going, we're fine.
Oh, look at that.
Damn.
From the
These
ground.
guys are pretty good.
Yeah, he saw the window. He took
I think that this game is likely going to get attention now because, first of all, it was re-released recently and it's at EVO. So these guys are probably interested in bringing the heat. This is a regional tournament, like a big tournament, Texas Showdown.
Oh, grenade.
It's a pretty big tournament, and you're not going to get that many opportunities to play in an offline major.
very similar
We don't have those anymore. It's crazy because, like, during the Street Fighter 4 era, there was like 2 tournaments every weekend, and everyone wanted to watch both of them. And now, there's like 1 tournament every 6 months, and they're both ran by Jabali.
There we go.
It's like, what the hell? That's crazy. There were so many good tournaments. There were a lot. All over the country and the world. You remember that tournament called... something... Syndicate? It was in Australia. Remember that tournament from Australia? Not Big 2. There was a big tournament from there. I forgot what it was called. Shadowloo Syndicate. That was it. That was it. Shadowloo Syndicate. That shit was a big tournament. Oh, that's it. Shadowloo Showdown. That's it. Sorry. Shadowloo Showdown. Remember that? There were a lot of big tournaments all over the world. What about, remember that Seam? What happened to Seam? Southeast Asia Major? Do they still have that?
Oh, up punch.
Seam is still around?
You have your mouth open.
No.
You get a second one for your troubles. A third one.
Seam.
Yo, his mashing is real nice.
The idea, the concept that it's still around is not as shocking as the idea that nobody really knows. Like, people would know back in the day.
Oh.
So mashing in this game.
That's a hard combo to do.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, it amplifies your damage on hits, and it is not awesome.
Prime SoCal Regionals was damn near harder than Evo for certain games. I mean, all of the tournaments were insanely hard at that time because everyone would travel from all over the world just for SoCal Regionals or just for, you know, some tournament. A regional tournament was, it had like international competition.
Yeah, I've seen that. Like, yeah, becoming more of a wall.
That was a lot of fun. It made every tournament worth watching.
Very, very close. So I gotta give it
My hands hurt looking at this.
Oh, we got the pick up.
Not mine. Have you considered that maybe you might be a bitch?
Another one.
Yeah.
Take that into consideration.
PYT. Right? Pipe.
Hey, Billy Hoyle, thanks for the 3662.
Yeah. Just give him his initials. Why not?
Thanks, man.
PYT sounds pretty good. It's got a nice little ring.
I'm going to a drag race tomorrow. I bought these earmuffs. They're even more big and ridiculous looking than my fucking gaming headset. They're big as fuck, and they're red. And they probably are not enough, so I'm going to do insert as well. I'm going to insert, and I'm going to muff up. Plug and muff.
It looks like we are. The storm.
Is that guy ripping a vape with kids walking around in the background, not like this?
Yeah.
Man, kids are so fucking annoying, it's crazy. Especially when they're like not where they're supposed to be.
Thank you.
Who the fuck does this thing belong to?
We can switch very quickly. But I like this pick. I think
Beat it, kid. Weak ass kid.
Hey, Mr. Snapback.
Yeah, it's going to be a little far away. Or even if he did hit it, doesn't do squat.
They're always coughing too.
Mobility going.
You had to like chime in. You had to put down what you were doing to let it blow off a little steam. Yeah, they're always coughing too, stupid bitch kids. Yeah, with their mouths wide open too. And then like, you know, they have to be taught. That's what sucks about kids. They have to be taught too much shit. You know? And there aren't that many good parents. I mean, I guess there are a lot. I shouldn't say that, but there aren't enough still. Too many bad parents.
But anything can happen in NBC2.
And the problem is bad is such a, you know, you can be not great. You know? Decent, which is still kind of bad.
This is Pike's game to win right now.
Oh, there we go.
No meter that can
Little out.
This doesn't need to.
Oh.
The parents are bitches too. Yeah. It's kind of like one of those things where, like, it's not hereditary, but if your parents are bitches and you observe this bitch-like behavior, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do to stop yourself from also being a bitch. You literally were raised and taught to be a bitch. How it's not your fault. But then again, it reaches a point where, okay, it wasn't your fault, but now you're an adult and you're old enough to realize that your parents were both cocksuckers. Okay? So, do your job as an adult and correct that shit and realign with humankind and fucking you're good to go. You know? It can get to the point where it's an excuse. It can get to the point where it's an excuse, dude. That's an excuse. Stop whining, dude. You have no excuse.
Nice re-pick up there.
People use that shit as like a more than an excuse, like why they're allowed to behave this way. I don't think so. That's not how it works.
The rockets coming in.
I got lucky, man.
Thank you.
I gotta say, I got lucky. Because, you know, lots of people have real shitty-ass parents. And though I'm glad they exist, because otherwise, where would we get Aris fans from? But I am also equally, in fact, more glad that my parents were S tier.
Yeah. Really good awareness by Pike to not pick an option there, knowing Buck Nasty is begging to get a Sentinel out.
Shit parents and shit siblings. Well, I mean, you know, those things are packaged together. It's a free drink with your meal. Of course you're gonna be... I got bad news for you, man. You also are trash. It's not like just your siblings and your parents are trash. You're also a bitch.
Thank you.
You know? Bad news, amigo.
Yeah.
Thanks, Felicia. Thanks, Daxify. And Assassin. Thanks again, Billy Hoyle.
No, this is perfect. This is what he's meant for. Wow, Buck Nasty really found a turn here, and some great confirms.
Okay.
Likely gonna pick up a victory.
Wow. Okay, there we go. Sentinels left. Not much.
Cross under into
That's it.
low.
I hope that shit is not too loud. I've never been to a funny car race like that,
Matchup here against.
but I heard it's really loud.
That was really nice.
I tested I tested those earmuffs out, and with my phone, like at max volume, and holding it here, I can barely hear it with those things on. So, I genuinely think it's not going to be enough. So I'm going to have to plug as well. We'll see. As loud as you can possibly imagine. My friend told me that you can feel you can hear with your feet. Like you're standing there and you can hear, your feet can hear. Your entire body becomes an ear. You can hear through your skin. It's so loud. You can just feel the sound.
Yeah.
It's that loud.
As the games were progressing, right? Like, yeah, tightening up.
So we'll see. I'm excited.
Throwing the grenade.
Your eyes shake?
See here.
Jesus. Damn, that's fucked up. Like, it makes your brain touch the walls of your skull and shit. Damn. That's loud.
Yeah. That's all that
Makes you sterile. I should go to drag races more often.
It is. An attack game, having a good
Shakes your
understanding of what's
balls.
happening to your opponent is ultimately the difference you
Oh,
need
shit.
to continue winning like that, and then just
Crazy.
absolute props to his name's
I'm envisioning like egg whites whipped till there are stiff peaks. God, he's fat.
At those speeds,
Egg whites.
general, man.
to be able to
I'm not a fan of meringue.
you know, with these combos,
Meringue is
go off
gross
on it, like,
to me.
It's another
Too
level.
cum like. No, I also don't think it tastes good.
Where I believe like Marvel players live and die is that one read and
Yeah.
dashing in with Storm and just supering like I know Cap's coming and you just see him and it's just and lightning happens and like the only thing you're thinking in your mind.
Meringue is hard to make. Yeah, it takes a lot of
Yeah.
elbow
Vegas,
grease.
Bro, I'm going out to the tables. I'm throwing whatever's in my wallet on black. I'm sprinting back for the rest of my pool. Like
I hope I want to go to Evo next year. It's been a really long time since I've gone,
I need to pay for this.
and I want to go. It would be so much easier to go to Evo if it wasn't at such a fucking god-awful venue, dude. I can't even believe it. It's so disappointing that it's at the worst venue they ever had. Let's go back to the worst venue we ever had. That was cool.
I don't know how much you know about the word.
They hella downgraded. Last year, it seemed like a lot of people hated it, but will they hate it enough to like show them they hated it? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, like the only way to show them that you hate it is by not going. But it's like I want to go. I'm not gonna stay at that hotel though. Guaranteed. There's no way in hell I'm gonna fucking stay there. I'm going to stay somewhere else and just go
I love it.
when I'm there.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest.
There's no way I'm staying there. I remember the year we stayed there, there was like black liquid coming up through the sink in multiple people's hotel rooms. That shit was crazy. Death Stranding and shit.
But yeah, anyways.
Yeah, coming out of it.
Here on the Streamer Section Showdown. MVC2.
If anything, we can do basketball.
Yeah.
March Madness out here.
Right. March Madness.
I think Texas is actually doing pretty well.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think their UT team. Or
Great time
something
for
like
us,
that is doing
Dero.
really solid.
Hey, are there any other games coming up? Thanks, Gashapon.
See. That's a nice little.
Yeah, I should move my legs around. That's definitely important.
Oh, okay.
Those are nice.
Yeah.
I got brisket yesterday.
Screwed in,
It
plated,
sucked.
right?
It was so... It's supposed to be juicy. It didn't taste juicy.
I love bite sticks.
I was
One of the things that
disappointed
initially
as
got me
fuck.
out
It was
of Texas Showdown is
expensive.
They have that little meetup with
So-
all
Oh,
the
yeah,
arcade
yeah,
sticks. And I'm
yeah.
like, oh, I want to do that.
Yeah,
And
it's
I realized
supposed to
part
be
of me to
super
transfer
tender and
my arcade sticks. I'm like, wait a
juicy.
minute.
That's right.
It was barbecue brisket,
Like, these will look great on the wall.
floor brisket, Iranian wall turkey.
My little piece.
Thanks, Gashapon. Let me get up and stretch. You guys want music? Probably, huh? Music over small talk. Is there another stream you want me to put on for the break? I'll put on another game if there's something to put on.
You guys will be seeing some Capcom vs. Game 2.
Yes.
Always a fun time.
Whoa.
Fun game.
Do you know anything about CVS?
CVS 2's coming up next. Is that what he said? I'll watch that. That game's coming out soon.
Heck yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'll put on music.
Besides like the Today games, you know, CVS 2. So yeah,
That's sick. Yeah.
very much. Yeah.
Let's watch that guy
Our
eat
local team's definitely
MREs.
been like curating our own little scene behind
That guy's
it,
sick.
and we brought up a point in one of our top 8 graphics. Like, obviously, the game is literally called Capcom versus Sagat. Like, he
Is this guy talking about Sagat's Fierce Punch?
Yeah. Or
But,
Blanc.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
But Sagat runs that game, and
Yeah.
like we looked at our top 8, it was not
Sagat
all
is
Sagat's right.
fucking
All of a sudden,
crazy
you know
in
what,
that
we're gonna
game.
learn on third
He is
character
crazy.
Sagat, and I
Standing
love
and
CVS
crouching
right now.
Fierce Punch.
I've been experimenting with like
You're not ready
Yeah.
for that shit, dude.
SNK guy.
You're not ready for that shit.
Yeah.
It's like a level 1 super. All the time. You just do level 1 super every time you push this button. It's that good. It's like a level 1 super.
Because it's not fully third
Just a button.
but it's not like
Free, and it
Yeah.
builds a
She's
meter.
got some of those stubby normals from like Street Fighter 2 where you're like, what do I do with
Yeah.
this?
It's a
And then, like,
crazy
all of a
ass
sudden she
game.
does a super
Okay, let me get up and stretch.
That's what you do.
I'll put on a song.
I got it.
Yeah.
It's all clicking right now.
Oh man. But yeah, no, CVS 2 very It still runs strong in NorCal. Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah, if you're ever in that area, if you're ever in North.
Oh yeah, this one's good. Be cool. Poof. I'm back. Good break. Thanks, DV. Oh yeah, put these guys
The
back on.
reality of the situation. I do respect.
Is this shit like 480p or what, dude? 1080p source? What's going on, dude?
But
The guy on the top left looks like
it's probably not happening. Yeah, there's a freak out there that might get this, but
both of these guys look like they're pretty funny looking. Because it's Marvel, you know? They're old.
Oh.
yeah.
These guys are all gonna be old. They're all dads.
There we go.
Obviously.
And hey,
Everyone's bald.
far be it from me here. There's a little bit of a bad tap from Buckethead, but
There
yeah.
you go.
The game quality also seems like it's got low, whatever
There
it's
we go.
called.
Hey,
Quick save.
somebody's been playing the. I don't know if loading the quick save
Age
will do
guesser.
anything
Dude, I
here.
can't believe that. There's a ethnicity guesser. What?
Okay.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Is that what
That's
you do?
crazy.
For some
I
reason,
guess
thought you
so.
There
were
is
at the
one.
beginning.
I test drove it
Remember-
off stream for a minute.
activating the quick
Like,
save
you
at the
know,
beginning, and then
not on
you
stream,
go
but
and
in
then I
another
load
tab.
quick save, but I
Yeah.
guess you can do it at the end.
Oh, okay.
We have to play that? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I got lucky when I picked the Chinese guy.
There we go.
I have a confession to make. I was not correct. But I don't think it's a good idea.
Doesn't work out there for Jacob. Or actually, no, it does work out for Jacob. Sorry. Other way around.
You played the wrong version? What's the right version?
Yeah, just a single hit in the laser. And you can actually get that rocket punch. before
Yeah, it
you
is pretty
start,
crazy that it exists.
Continuing that combo.
It's kind of funny. I thought my idea was bigot guesser, where you look at a celebrity and you guess if they're a bigot or not. I think that's a good idea.
Oh, yeah. there
Don't
we
you
go.
think? It's a funny
Oh,
idea.
I didn't get the rest of it though. You see?
And like some of them would be dead giveaways, like
we go.
Todd Howard.
Man, wow, the rocks from behind Dr.
Yeah.
Doom flipping
That would be
you.
sick. No, like some of them wouldn't be bigots.
And
You
now,
know?
see, I won't say completely over because Magneto is on the screen. This character is insane and can do it
Oh,
all
attaboy.
right. But he's not going to do it this time.
Yeah.
Is that a Simpsons shirt?
No.
It looks like a Simpsons
again?
shirt where Homer is dressed up
Yeah,
as
they are.
someone and then there's a flag in the background.
That's good.
1-1.
What flag is that?
I want that
Maybe it'll
sweet-
give away who
Yeah.
he's dressed like.
This is
Kramer
one of
from
those- You are
Seinfeld.
not here, like 30 minutes
Hey
before
man,
and,
look.
practicing your
The
weapons.
guy who
You
played
so
Kramer,
yourself.
maybe. But why you gotta pin that on poor Kramer?
Yeah.
The guy didn't do anything. He is a character. Kramer is not a bigot.
Dropping this
That
stuff
guy
off
that
is
played Kramer, that guy's a
it's high
bigot.
execution.
Yeah.
Like,
Kramer got framed.
hit. I mean, we pick it up quick. but
Doesn't work that way,
we're not
dude.
always so lucky.
Poor Kramer. That guy was sick, man. He always wanted to help.
Movement impeccable.
I liked Kramer's character. He always wanted to help. Like, he was always there to, oh, you have a problem? I know a guy. I know a guy. He can help you.
Because
I
we
like
saw
him.
Dr. Doom, like, I can try, man.
He was a homie.
Rocks.
I also like that he never had a job.
Yeah. Psylocke
He just always got by, suing the coffee
casket
company or whatever.
But
He never had a job.
Look at that juggle.
unfortunate final super there. Does not want to waste any meter while he's down. But yeah. Sentinel, a character that can definitely do this.
Jerry's the secret bigot.
All right, do we have the info?
I believe that shit.
Not quite. Unable to
reset.
stabilize it. Oh, we got it this time. Ah, I
There you go.
me too.
God. Iron Man Infinites give me fucking TSD or whatever.
Two for Jacob.
Yeah. And we haven't seen the Infinite from Iron
Just
Man
the
yet,
sound of
but
it.
I'm
The
really
sound
close
of
there.
the
Probably could've
Infinite
gone,
alone.
realized how low in HP they were, and
Cheap
just like,
bitch.
"Oh, just press super and
Yeah.
keep running this gauntlet.
RTSD. Whatever the fuck it's called.
Having right now.
I don't know.
See. Oh,
Nice.
there we go.
Gives me
Block him, didn't bring him
RTSD, dude.
to you. I think that might have been unblockable.
Another thing that you forget about arcades that was really cool is a lot of the time you kind of against your will were forced to play all the games because you have to wait your turn in the game that you like. That's how it works. If you're at the arcade and there's a line and you lose while you're in line for the game that you want to play, you're going to try out this other one and lose to this guy and then learn how to play that. And then that's how I ended up playing Third Strike. It was next to Tekken. That's how I ended up playing Third Strike. That shit was cool. This game too, the only reason I ever played this game is because it was next to Soul Calibur 2, and I used to go...
Game added slot machines and bingo.
Hey, thanks.
Good jump there.
Thanks, informing bitch, or whatever. And McNeil, and DV, and Gashapon.
Yeah, good
Forgot what I
dash
was saying.
there.
Doesn't
I think
matter.
it's just the way he was getting push blocked.
Thanks.
So instead of saying anything bad about Buckethead, I'm going to give it up to Jacob for great push block.
Yeah.
I was friends with the guy that worked at Southern Hills, and at the end of the day, he used to give me all their old food. That shit was gross. But it was pretty cool. He would also give me, for the price of a regular drink, he would give me their extra large soda cup full of icy. That was like the craziest deal. It was like 70 cents for an icy, like giant size, full of icy.
I'm excited. I hope we see them out again in the loser.
That guy was
side,
cool.
maybe the top 8.
He was a really nice guy.
To this bracket, whatever we're streaming.
I think it's just because I always said what's up to him.
There.
I don't know.
Out of the range.
I just always said what's up. Hey man,
Got punished with a
what up?
snapback as well at one point. I was like,
Talk some
really
shit
well
every
managed
now
by
and then.
Jacob. But I mean,
Arcade
anything in this
nachos.
game is extremely volatile.
Yeah.
I can't believe that
Yeah.
happened. That was such a
Classic.
weird interaction. He tries to go for the cross up here and finds it, man. Oh,
Yeah,
I
that was
don't
great
trust
there.
fountain drinks.
The optic.
I mean,
Proton
I
cannon.
guess.
Yeah.
I don't really drink them either. I used to
It's all stuff.
when I was a kid.
I mean, they're out here and they are playing.
Okay.
But-
Turtle Power.
Turtle
I see
Power in there.
NBC Roundhouse.
Mm.
Roundhouse NBC.
Huh? Kodiak.
I mean, it makes sense. There's probably not that clean, is my guess.
Let's go.
Don't you think, since they're all made out of plastic, that the insides of them likely have some kind of
Yeah.
shit? Plastic is gross.
I'm gonna check some buttons.
Plastic is not a very
So now that you've been
sanitary
watching a little bit
material.
more,
You
what's been
need
your
glass or
favorite thing to
metal.
see so far?
So likely there is some shit going on in
Send
there,
that
but
character-
that's like probably
like,
not
comic
enough
enemy is like,
for
oh, you
you
need
to
Yeah.
So like, you
like,
know, just being able to see clock
have an
keyboard
issue.
Really,
is my
was,
guess.
like, the favorite
Either
part.
that or you're gonna have prostate cancer.
I will say, if you put Colossus on, what was
Health
it?
inspector here, soda nozzles are moldy almost all the time. That's what my logic would tell me.
Colossus on the end of that, you'll have a bit of a one-dimensional.
I used to know a
view
health
trying to set
inspector.
up for,
He told me some
you know,
shit.
the jump in into like a falling button or something like that in the launcher, but that's what happens.
I mean, it makes sense.
Your first character without all
It's
these
not. It's probably one of the least
Yeah.
clean things in any restaurant.
and there's nothing wrong with that.
Today's day 2 of no alcohol. For you to have to tell people about day 2, that means you have a big fucking problem. You have a big fucking problem, dude. And good job and good luck. Because you got a problem. Okay? Day 2.
We haven't got to see too much.
Day 2 means just yesterday.
She's not 8.5.
You just didn't drink yesterday?
Like mid-tier area.
That's
of
it?
this game.
Hey man, you gotta start somewhere.
I didn't super.
That's true. You can't get to day 2 without day 1, and tomorrow's gonna be day 3. You gotta go through it. And if you drink, guess what? You're gonna be right back at day 2 again. You don't wanna do that.
DHC.
You don't wanna do that. You're gonna have to relive day 2. Day 2 sucks. You got made fun of. You want to relive this shit? I don't think so.
There we go.
So, I'll see you on day 3.
That was a great overhead. You see, even
It can be done.
awareness, he's able
It can be
to
done.
Psylocke stabilize this combo and do it fearless. Hurdle power underneath.
Oh, connect.
Wrapping up
Yeah,
my
it goes out.
dry march.
Unfortunately, he pulled
Damn.
himself out of the combo to get that cross under, and it's pretty hard to get that.
You don't really think about problems you don't have. Isn't that amazing about problems? You have to actively think about them.
No need of a super.
You have to. You don't think about problems you don't have. You only think about problems you do have. And because you only think about problems you do have, oftentimes they'll seem like big problems. You know? But then when you meet some random Aris fan with a giant bald spot, well, then you realize, fuck, I'm a bitch.
Best we're ever gonna get.
Yeah.
And it's
Didn't have any
people
problems
get, genuinely
at all.
upset at Magneto, 'cause I'm like, dude, the game was made for him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just paid off a $500 Roblox bill my kid rang up.
Okay. It's the first touch.
God damn it.
I got Psylocke.
That made me frustrated hearing that.
To go after this,
That made me frustrated.
Psylocke there. After the invincible assist there, is vulnerable.
I don't like hearing that.
We're gonna get the storm.
That sucks.
Out here, keep things
You
nice.
can't
Even tap
get
on
rid of them.
Damage on that Cyclops. Doing it again, man. Help.
Sell the kid
Needs to
for
stay
500?
outta here.
You think you could get 500 for that guy? Come on. Come on. I don't think so, dude. I don't think so.
You go in trouble.
You're better off keeping him, man. You're not gonna get much. What you should do is you should try and fucking be a better parent. That would be sick. That way, you know, maybe in a couple years you could get 500 for that thing, and then soon, maybe that kid of yours might do something. You never know. It could happen, dude. I'm telling you. You know, all these people out there who do shit, like invent things or do really great things with their lives and are successful and happy, they had to start somewhere.
Power.
It's an investment, yeah. Like maybe what you should do is monitor what they fucking do so that they can't do shit like that. Or even more than that, forget monitoring what they do. How about you teach them that doing something like that is wrong in the first place so that they don't need to be monitored and they know that this thing they're doing is wrong. You know how you should do that? Make your kid pay for that shit. My mom, she made me pay for everything. It fucking sucked so bad. I broke a window, clap minus $300. She didn't even get mad. My mom wouldn't even get mad. Oh, you broke a window, huh? Clap minus $300. Literally. And it was like, I never broke a window again. She used to, my mom, I had a curfew like most people do, and it was 12 a.m., right? And she said, you could come home after 12 a.m., but if you do, it costs you 20 bucks. You have to pay 20 bucks if you're going to get home after 12 a.m. And it doesn't matter. The details don't matter. It costs you 20 bucks. That shit worked so well that I was like a military. Oh, 11:45? Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. None of you are worth 20 bucks. I'll see you guys next time. I'm going home. Every time, dude. And if I was gonna stay out, like let's say it's something sick, like a concert or something special, right? Well, I factored it in to the price of the date or whatever, you know? I factored it in. That's how it was. Those were the rules. Money. You paying off a $500 Roblox bill, that kid should be paying that shit off. And if you make that kid pay it off, they're never even going to play Roblox again. They're going to go get a job. That's what they're going to do. Uninstall Roblox. I'm going to put in an application. All right?
But they're not as perfect as turtles.
You got to make them pay with money. Kids get it, dude. Money sucks when you're a kid.
There we go. Total power moves on.
Money is absurd. I mean, it sucks when you're an
Gets that
adult
win.
even more. But when you're a kid, it's insane. Like making a kid pay, let's say in your case, making a kid pay a $500 bill is like they will learn like that's like that scared straight shit they used to do with kids where prison. Remember that shit? They would send kids to prison and inmates would make them put their hand in their pocket and walk around and like do absolute freak shit to little kids. That's what you're doing if you make them pay. You're teaching them the ultimate lesson. To me, at least. That's how I feel about it. I mean, I don't know. If you, I don't, you know, this is like one of those things. I may never be a parent, but some parents will hit their kids, right? To me, making your son pay a $500 bill is so much better than giving him a belt, you know, in every way. I mean, it's going to teach all types of responsibilities, and it's going to not fuck them up. like just totally turn them into a God knows what, right? It's going to teach them everything, and it's going to hurt more. It's going to hurt so much more than just a belt, dude. And they're probably not going to do that shit to their kids.
What happened to this new ownership?
Hit them with the mage blood.
Thought we weren't dealing with Microsoft anymore.
Right?
Shut up, bitch.
Okay. Get me out of here. All right.
I think I'm excited about PoE2's new league, though. I'm super hyped.
Winners
It's
quarterfinal.
long overdue that they haven't done anything sick. Thanks, Hattori Dunzo.
Hero coming through. This is very exciting. I think they're almost guaranteed. So this one guaranteed.
Thanks, Rebo Vast. I didn't see that. My bad.
Have to win one more.
Thanks for
No
gifting
matter
5
what,
subs.
They have to win one more to
Yeah.
make it off the top 8.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, never mind.
Thanks, nice creamy coffee and relatively svelte and whatever. Thanks.
Yeah. Colossus, Rogue, and
Appreciate
I
it.
would really like to see the Tatsu assist on him.
Yeah.
He's not going to do it to me, but that's fine. Again, very similar to the last time we
Whatever,
saw
lol.
Art of
Yeah, I'm not
Flame
gonna jump through
Screen.
hoops
I
to
don't know
read
if it's
these
gonna be a
stupid fucking
Yeah.
names.
And the biggest
Especially
difference
if you're
is
not
you
gonna
don't have
take
character
any
very competent,
time
strong
to
character.
consider that someone has to read this shit out loud to thank you.
Yeah.
When making the name, if you are not considering that, then you just turned into Dr. Whatever, dude. Hey, thanks, Dr. Whatever. Thanks, DK Nips.
Oh, got hit out of the. Yeah.
And soda beats water. I had a soda yesterday, dude.
Anything if you're getting
I had a can of Sprite,
we have 3 bars on
and it
one.
was
Spend
fucking
one and then try and
amazing,
throw
dude.
out, but we can't
I had
see
one
the Colossus or we take
yesterday.
out for nothing.
It was amazing. It was amazing.
The dive punch.
That shit burned my mouth. It was that good. I drank it fast.
There's the air throw right there.
It was good.
Just hard tag Ken. Just do it. You know you want to.
A can? Like, what are those?
That wasn't who I said.
12 ounces? I think they're like 12 ounces.
Listen to me. I have no stress and I'm sitting in the commentator booth. Come on. Why aren't you doing what I said?
Maybe I had the soda because I was so disappointed in the brisket. I was really disappointed in the brisket. I thought it was going to be good and juicy and tender. It was like mid as fuck and not juicy and not tender.
We confirmed
Oh no.
So I was like dissatisfied.
See?
I wanted a soda to wash that
a
weak
little bit
shit
of a
down.
budgetary use of meter, right? Just trying to get anything from the attack, but I don't know how we're going to use Rogue effectively here. Oh, do we have the infinite?
I haven't decided on dinner.
Get this.
Oh, nice. Oh, he's got
Okay.
Damn, Ken, Green Ken Infinites, dude. Green Ken Infinites, dude.
Oh. That was big.
Here comes fucking Sent. Oh, dude.
Ding, ding, ding.
Say word?
Just a step
Power
away.
drainage?
Thank you.
Absolutely a hero. Cool.
Yeah. Oh.
Smack.
Like that.
It's all up to you, Green Ken. You're dead, dude. You can't win. 2 robots, dude? Oh, you're dead. Oh. Okay. Now there's a chance. Now there's... You're dead. You're dead. Oh! You are still... Oh, damn! Did you see the DP at the end? Oh. That was pretty good. He had him. That was pretty good. I'll give it up. Ken sucks a cocky in this game. At least he used to. Like, you never see Ken
Crazy.
at like a tournament level. That was sick. That guy had Ken Infinites. Green Ken. That's a tight-ass team. Green Ken, Green Rogue, and Colossus?
Each and every time.
That's a tight-ass team.
And
And the guy on the left is playing not a tight team. Look at his team. I mean, Iron Man's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But Storm, dude? Everyone hates Storm. People used to scream, like, shoot that bitch! Like, hate. Everyone hates Storm. Everyone hates Storm. She is a hoe. The most ultimate trifling bitch in the history of fucking games, dude. She is insane. Give it to him.
Bro is out of there. Man.
She's good.
Cluster of people there.
Damn, he's dead.
Oh, nice frying pan. Able to get Colossus away from you is a great day.
Okay. Wake ups.
I think at the beginning of the stream I said he has a bad super. I'm a hard super to get into. Look at
That super is bad, but it takes good damage, doesn't it?
liked you.
It's 2 hits.
Hey, that's a nice diamond.
Well, round out,
Thanks, Tom Hanks.
have a good
I
way
don't get
to,
it.
like,
Thanks,
cross
Witch
out.
Vomit, for
Like that.
gifting 5 subs. That's nice of you.
He did just kind of
Thanks,
force his way
DK
in.
and
Yeah.
Soda Beats Water and passing the J.
Correcting itself.
Yeah, that soda was delicious. I mean, it really only beats water if you're going to, you know,
That's so great.
I mean,
Oh, the roll.
you know what, man? Enjoy that shit, amigo.
Being played over
I'm not your doctor. I don't give a fuck
Playing
what you
here
do.
at NBC2.
Enjoy it.
About to take out Storm.
Yeah, it just goes for chip out.
Oh,
Yep.
okay, yeah,
That's
that's good.
cheap.
That's good. Off switch.
Yeah. Having your extra character there and just to be able to regain some spare health, so smart.
Yeah.
Increased an area.
You're not gonna win. Could he win? He could, I guess, but
Arlims is still
no.
feeling themselves.
This guy is fucking up too much.
Sure, we're blocking this.
The guy who's got a real team.
Here, right? We're at about 2. Sentinel's still on deck.
Is this gonna be a
Still
comeback?
there.
It can't be done.
Gotta be careful.
As much as he's hitting everybody,
He's running too.
the damage.
Look at the chip.
Not up to
You
par.
die from chip.
Should
You're
do it
dead.
here.
You can't catch this hoe.
He stole some
Yeah,
of
there
the
we go.
bars.
Forget
There we
it.
go.
Yeah. Hey, it would have been like a whole.
It can't be
any
done.
player that could do it. It was Art of 8, but
Yeah.
These types of tournaments were
Yeah.
so cool back in the day. They were so fun.
You see the blue Mary over there?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Finally, some cosplayers.
There you go.
Let's go. Love that.
You know, in 2016, I traveled to a different city, either in this country or sometimes abroad, like twice a month.
No one popping
I
up in the
traveled
game, right?
to almost 20, I think 21 different places that year.
Yeah.
20 different places.
Not saying anything, but dang man, I love that sentence.
Yeah.
So this is a hard one.
No, I agree with you.
That's crazy. And that was like the last time I traveled a lot.
No MVC1, but still pretty strong here.
You should commentate more, but I don't even think that I would be hired. Well, even if I was hired, I don't really like any of the games. You know?
Art of 8 has quite a
So you have to,
ahead
like,
of them here.
you know, like, you can't commentate something and be a hater. It doesn't work that way. You have to like what you're doing.
You have to look for
Otherwise,
different
what are you even doing there?
Them with the standing heavy punch is a great
That's why Sejam
Yeah,
likes
I'm
everything.
aware that's why
You
it's
can't
so
hate
important.
if you're a commentator. Otherwise, what are you even doing there? You're supposed to be there to get everyone to, like, get hype and get guacamole.
Yeah.
You're supposed to like things, dude.
This is unfortunately just the difference of characters. Like Art of 8 has a great idea.
But you know what,
This
dude?
team, Definitely a very
like,
strong
even if I
team.
were to do commentary, let's say for Tekken 8, and I was to hate on it, like, you know, you're saying, oh, that sounds funny,
Get
whatever.
checked right now.
But
If it's not the
I would be a
iron
poser
form.
because I'm hating on it, but yet I'm still doing a fucking podcast about it. I'm still complaining about Season 2 changes. If you really fucking hated it, you wouldn't give a fuck about it. The ultimate form of hate is to just ignore it. I don't give a fuck about what you do, you know? That's the real form of hate. I'm not a poser, man. I'm a real hater. That shit stinks. I don't want to look at it.
I
Nah.
remember the first set we saw with him, there was a lot of really solid gameplay as well.
Yeah.
So, definitely one of my favorites to win the tournament.
We're not talking about the same type of hate. You're talking about hate, the one that's passionate. You know, like when you hate someone and it's almost like loving someone. You have to be passionate about it. That's not the type of hate I'm talking about. I'm talking about the type of hate where someone is struggling, a stream that you've never watched before, the streamer is struggling to aim, and you type, try aiming, and then hit enter, and then close the stream. Go about your business. That is the type of hating I'm talking about. Not passionate hating. Like the opposite. It means nothing. It means nothing. That's diabolical? Dude, you guys are too... You don't know. You don't know. You don't know about diabolical, dude. What about people who used to, like, I've seen people get harassed on the internet by their own friends and then go to that very friend for, like, guidance on what to do about this guy who's just annoying me on the internet. And then the very friend giving him advice on how to deal with the guy while being the guy.
2-2. All right.
Do that math.
We've seen it once.
Speaking of MK9, you see Online Tony's kid is in top 8 winners at TXS. That is so sick. That is so sick. Online Tony is such a G. He was one of my rivalries, like crazy. I had a mega rivalry against that guy, and he was a thorn in my side. Good times, fun guy.
And I really want to see this.
That's amazing. He's got a kid. He had a kid back then. That kid must be in his teens now, right?
Excellent check all around right now.
He played Seth in Street Fighter, and he played Cabal in MK9.
Thank you.
It was me and him in every tournament, top 2. Every single tournament. And I had to deal with this cheap motherfucker, dude. It was so insanely cheap. It was so cheap. I can't believe I had to deal with that. And I would still win. I did well. I won a lot in that game. In that game and in Injustice 1, I won every tournament for a while. I would go 3-4 in a row. Wednesday night fights. The Mortal Kombat players, oh my god, dude. I remember during Injustice, the Mortal Kombat players were really not liking the fact that I was doing so well. And so they would like conspire, like, not conspire, but they would strategize. They wanted to know how to beat me, so they would like they'd go to the Chevron station across the street from Super Arcade, and I'd know they're like doing that. And so I'd follow them, but like I'd have like a ghillie suit on. And they're like in the Chevron station. They're like, yeah, man, Deathstroke's low guns, what the fuck? And I'd be like behind the Funyuns, hurry up and buy, listening to their tactics and shit. That's not gonna work, stupid bitch. And then I'd like sneak up behind them like a fucking velociraptor and shit. Hey, what's up, amigos? What are you guys up to over here? Scare them all? Startle them and shit? Oh my god. It was like one of the most fun times, just like playing in these tournaments. And I used to practice with people like not those guys, but other guys. Like there was this guy Tyrant. I used to practice with him all the time during the day, and I'd practice with Char and like a few other players, you know, that were not those few Mortal Kombat guys. It was so fun.
Yeah, Ro's gonna have to
Good
do
times.
so much work.
Thank you.
Not even allowed to do the work.
Yeah, Tyrant. He played in that game. He played that guy Solomon Grundy. So I had really good experience against Armor. It paid off too at Evo. There was this guy, I can't remember his name. I wish I could. But there was this guy I was playing against from somewhere else, and we were on the big screen. And the first game, he played an Armor character. I don't remember which one. Maybe Doomsday? Is that a real character? He played a character like that. I don't remember the names.
Yeah.
But he was talking shit while he was playing me. Because, you know, I was like a known guy from SoCal, and everyone knew that I played Deathstroke, and he was like talking hella shit while playing me on the big screen at Evo. And he was beating me. He beat me the first game, and then the second game and the third game, I kicked the shit out of him so badly. He couldn't even get in at all. It was just like I woke up. Like, I know how to beat this guy because I play against Tyrant all the time. It's the same fucking strat. Just keep this shithead out the whole time and shoot this bitch. Just shoot this bitch. And anytime he jumps, do this fucking flipping move, and he'll never beat you. And after the match, so this guy was pretty big. He was like a pretty big black guy, and he was being really aggressive during the first match. He was like, you know, like being really aggressive and talking shit. You know, that kind of shit talk. And at the end, I didn't talk shit when I was winning because he was getting frustrated. But at the end, when I won, I stood up in like a way that I don't usually stand up because I was really happy to win that match because he was talking shit. I stood up in kind of an aggressive way, in a way where I normally would not do that. I just like stood up quickly and I was like in his face and I like looked at him, and then he stood up, and it was just like in Back to the Future 2 where Griff stands up. He was tall as fuck. I was like, oh shit, hey, good games, man. Good games, amigo. Fucking just walked away. That guy was big, dude. He was like the real life Doomsday and shit. But whatever, man. I fucked him up. I don't give a shit. You know? But he was tall as fuck. I shouldn't have gotten up that aggressive. Whatever, man. I already did the job. He's dead.
Chicken and peas.
Oh, yeah. Viscant. Oh, my
Great
God,
highlights
that
here.
was crazy.
I
Can
mean,
you
there was
believe that?
so
Me and
many
Mike
of them.
Ross did commentary on
Just
that.
a highlight reel.
Viscant. That was such a long
The
time
fact that
ago.
he was in contention at all is an absolute testament to what a fantastic player he is.
It's crazy.
It feels like a movie that I watched. I've seen that movie.
Don't even finish
We
it.
all won.
Remember that movie?
Anybody that watched that one. Oh, it's got a little bit of block.
Yeah.
So right now, MVC2 Roundhouse, Total Power,
Million years
moving on the top 8.
went by.
We are seeing
Thanks, Astro Robin, and Tabrius,
Thank you.
and Avenor, and
And,
Pie Filling,
waiting
and
for
Quantavian.
PMD
Thanks,
Buckbass.
Steel Chair Gravy.
Just a little too close to get that. Or a little too far to get the snap there. Close enough. And I feel like we saw Shakira like on his winners round 2 or something like that. And the Magneto was good, but it looked a little fuzzy.
We don't speak of Gutex around here. Who the fuck's we, bitch? As long as it's funny.
Sets against some good players.
Yeah.
Like it's time to hit
Making rules up.
And Jacob gets that Magneto out.
No.
You're gonna start telling me that I can't call people retards? I feel like I don't overuse retard, but it's just so sweet, dude.
If you're hitting this
It
iron
really
combo
is
in the
a
corner,
sweet
practice, you've
insult.
done your work, you've done the
It
time.
tastes good.
Might switch into the silent.
You know?
No.
Especially if you reserve it for really just showing someone what you think of them.
Go into Psylocke here. You're
It's
essentially
sweet.
doing a one character versus, right?
And
You
it's
don't
still
really
legal,
wanna
dude.
call
I mean, the way I see it, why create rules that don't need to exist? You know,
and I
why?
wanna throw up some storm
There's
stuff
already
in
so many
meanwhile,
rules.
getting a little bit of
This
HP
one doesn't
back.
exist.
Okay.
Let it go.
Yeah.
There you go.
You're a retard.
That's probably about as good as you're gonna get on the side of
You
Shakira.
know? I mean, let it go, dude. This is not a rule.
I mean, doing some damage right now. Iron Man's almost out.
Nice.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, but now we're out of meter. This is really tricky and immediately gets load.
Get out. Storm. Gets to confirm.
Hey, some
Do you
storm
remember
there.
that episode of Quantum Leak?
Yeah, I love
Is
the
that a
fact that you
typo?
don't spend any meter there.
Yeah.
You don't need
Is that supposed to be
No.
Quantum Leap?
Fundamental.
I don't remember
Good
any
old
episodes of Quantum Leap.
It's-
Oh, you mean the one where he turns into like in the mirror?
At a moment's notice, I could switch into Magneto. And
Yeah.
Just don't lose Psylocke. That's all I want.
that is really funny.
Like heaven forbid. she
That
gets
is
called
really
out
fucking
by
funny.
Super and I gotta deal
Yeah, I
with
remember that.
Little rat running around my stage.
Yeah, I remember that. Funny.
Yeah, Jacob had a really nice start. Was actually able to block the double low from the Psylocke.
That is pretty good. Hey, I'll give it up.
Akira going for that really basic, the first level of Magneto that we learned, which is mashing our light picks into our assists.
All right.
I miss when you could openly call
Got
people
the
things.
wing in.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Easy there, bigot.
Yeah, been able to stabilize
We
this
don't
a
need
little
to
bit,
miss
and we up to
anything
it
when
with
it
the
comes to
ball.
retard.
Excellent stuff.
It's currently legal.
See?
But I'm not sure what you're
I think you
talking
just wanna
about.
do normal Magneto with
old
the
timer.
top-down lights.
Ah.
But
I
that's
think you
okay.
should be very careful
Goes hard.
what you say in here.
Now you
Alright?
gotta deal with,
About to get framed.
Sliver and,
That guy's a
bunch of
retard.
gas
I know that,
friendly
but
buddies.
keep in mind, being a retard is almost a requirement in this chat room. The question is, what else is he?
Oh,
That's the issue.
good blocking so far.
And that dash light, too.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I'll
Give it
drop
that.
it.
I guess I'll
Tight
laugh at
window.
that.
I mean, again, they make it look very easy, but it is a tough, tricky dance that they're pulling off right now.
Short leg. What the fuck does that mean? Then why did you tag me in it?
Yep, finally dropped something. Gonna get the snap
Yep.
on the Psylocke with no pickups. Oh, it's super. Just smash it.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding. Congrats, you won the lottery.
Wants to get shot. Yes.
All right, big damage right there.
The
Lot
biscuits and the butter were better than the brisket. How's the biscuit gonna be better than the brisket, dude? Dry as fuck.
like waiting for the inevitable.
They're just scrubs, man.
Yeah,
I mean, what kind of a scrub makes a brisket that's dry? It's like the juiciest shit ever.
And clip you, or
Yeah, it was
two characters in
expensive
one,
too. It was like
but
Yeah.
70 bucks or some shit, dude.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Mash super.
Clap minus 70. Oh well. They can't always be good. I mean total. After the tip.
Third straight.
Yeah, that's what I did. I put a ton of barbecue sauce on it. It was the only thing that could be done.
Doom's new, right?
You got the Doom switch. Yeah, yeah.
We saw Jacob with this earlier.
Yeah, we did.
That's okay.
See if this works better.
Yeah. It definitely changes.
Is this
up
guy's
the
name
gameplay
Shakira?
Because Psylocke with the Invincible is just so much
All
stronger
right.
at playing aggressive, whereas Dr. Doom can kind of give you some spare room in the
guess.
backfield because it doesn't quite get in front of you when he calls
Excuse
it in.
me.
It almost lands on top of you. So like, it's almost like a counter super in this instance.
I gotcha.
Oh, baby. Dink. Look at how
Uh-oh.
he smashes, baby.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, Nerd Josh, I saw you here a second ago. Now tell me the truth. If you're still here, tell me the truth.
You can see it.
I
You
do.
visualize
Do you
it.
think Mark of the Wolves
that's
is anything short of trash? Tell me what you think of Mark of the Wolves, dude. Now this is a trick because Nerd Josh,
Back in the line,
he
right?
is like Sajam in that he likes anything that's a fighting game. He loves fighting games, even the shitty ones. He's one of those. Like, he'll sit on the floor in the bathroom in some kind of liquid to play whatever you play. He's that type of fighting game fan. I'm wondering if this guy likes Fatal Fury.
Saying earlier, I'm pretty sure that's a Jason.
That's what I'm wondering.
The one on the other side is
He's a stall main. That's what I'm saying. Anything. He plays anything.
Not sure. Not sure if it's the Hori Rat 3.
That's his style.
Okay, Jacob decided to go back to the Psylocke.
Some people just like fighting games, man. It makes sense. Doesn't that make sense to you? Like, I love fighting games. I don't care.
Okay.
Hey, thanks. Whatever. Damn, I just missed Druzy gifting 20 subs.
And it has a lot
Thanks.
more combo potential. And even when it doesn't hit,
Fighting games are fun. To each their own. I personally think they're trash. They used to be cool. And they can be cool. But they are not cool. It's fun right now because there's like secret red parry in every matchup. You see what I mean? That's what I was trying to tell you guys about him. That's what I was trying to tell you guys about him. It's really about silver lining. Sometimes you like things so much that you are willing to ignore everything that sucks about them and only highlight what you appreciate about it. And that's fine. If anything, that's like a skill.
That was a great fly.
You know? Being able to like extract this one piece of food out of this dumpster and then eat it and be like, that's good. That's food. You know what I mean? That's a skill. It's a big ass dumpster full of trash.
Saving it.
Wow. Very scary.
Good cheese. Yeah, there's still good cheese in there.
Thank you.
You have to play this so defensively. Heck, play it like Street Fighter and just sweep.
Yeah. Right. Get the knockdown. You're about to get hit with this thing. Look at this.
Nice. That is such talent to be able to figure out.
Mark of the Wolves is mechanically fine. I don't know what you think that means, but as someone who's played a lot of fighting games, I felt as though it didn't feel like I wanted to play it. Mechanically, I thought it was like, if it didn't look that ugly, it still wouldn't be fun. You know how I know that? Because I played King of Fighters 15, and I actually got addicted to doing combos in that game for like an entire day. And I know that this game is not capable of doing that to me. So that in itself tells me that, at least in my opinion, and I don't even like King of Fighters 15. That's important to remember. I think that game sucks ass. So to me, I think Mark of the Wolves is an embarrassment to fighting games. I think it is. Like, if you go back, I wish, like, hey, Mark, man, maybe you're not a good example. Hey, Mark, man, if you could go back 15 years and show yourself Fatal Fury, okay, you're not a good example, dude. Markman thinks that Resident Evil Code Veronica is the best one. Listen, Mark, you're like a brother, but you're like a brother who doesn't. I don't know, man. I don't know about that, dude. What did he say? It's my favorite one, not the best one. Ooh, technicality. That reminds me of me. I say shit like that. That's a way to, like, that's a strat.
Thank you.
That's a strat to own people. I'm being set up. Hey, Mark, I invented that strat. Don't even think about trying that shit on me. You're gonna try and, like, use math that doesn't exist to prove a point. I've invented that, alright? I invented that strat.
Great awareness.
Fake math.
That super.
Well, anyway, the point I'm trying to make here is that I personally am extremely disappointed in not only Fatal Fury, but all fighting games right now. Maybe except for Street Fighter.
We love Captain
But
memes, but he's really good at winning.
all the other fighting games are just insane right now, to the point where it almost feels like they're borderline insulting their fans, and the fans are eating that shit up. Like, you know, like, dude, take a stand against something. You know, if you don't like something, instead of like making videos about it, just ignore it, dude. If it sucks, it sucks. Let it go. And show them with your wallet that it sucks. I watched this thing. Let me find it. I'm going to see if I can find it for you. It's a clip from the show The Critic with John Lovitz.
Yeah. And so now
Let me see if I can find it. How can I find it? In my likes?
Yeah. We're looking for the last 4.
Yep.
Not sure how many of those we're going to show on this stream.
Oh, man. Did I not like it?
Yeah, that's really where we're hanging out at.
I didn't like it. Well, it was a clip from the show Critic where he was talking about how if you don't like the movie, then just don't go. Show them that you don't like the movie by not going to the movie. Just don't go. And that's what he was saying.
Incredible players have won.
You know? And I was thinking to myself, man, that's crazy, dude. That's so true. That's how you fucking show them.
This game can be so volatile.
You know, you don't harass the devs and death threats on Twitter, and that's not how you do it, man. You just don't go, dude.
See what's going on.
Here's the link. Damn, how do you know about it? Critic fan. Is that you, John Lovitz?
I was going to teach you how to say, he was already dead when I hit him. But instead, I'd like to read this essay. The Sorry State of Films Today. Tomorrow, this essay will appear in every major newspaper in America. But I'll reach more people by reading it on this low-rated early morning cable TV show. I am a movie critic.
I'm trying to think. Go back to what you were saying, if I could go back 15 years and what? Oh, I was going to say that if you could go back 15 years and show yourself the Mark of the Wolves and say, hey, Markman from the past, this is the quality of fighting game that you can come to expect in the year 2025. Would you not be extremely disappointed? That's what I was going to ask. But then I realized, you know, the whole Code Veronica thing. No offense, but if you must know, that's what I was going to ask. Anyway, long story short about this critic shit is that's how you fucking do it, dude. They're not doing it right. You know, like, just stop giving a fuck about something. That's how you show them it sucks. Not making tons of videos about it and showing it all this attention. Will you try Adam Fall Amigo? You're like the second guy who said that. What's that?
Like, this one kid brought a whole bunch of art of Guilty Gear. Cause I was the art teacher for a good month and a half while she had a baby. And they showed me all this Guilty Gear art. We wrapping up?
Wrapping it up? Okay.
Okay. I'm going to CVS. Okay, we'll just wrap it up.
Yeah.
You're doing CVS next?
All right. But
I want to watch
that. That has been it for Marvel vs. Capcom 2 here at Texas Showdown 25. But it is not over yet.
When does it come out?
Over at the official Texas Showdown live stream at twitch.tv/Texas Showdown, I think.
Yes.
It's not Fallout WoW.
You'll be able to catch
Dude, things don't need to be that's just how people are, dude. This is the racing. This is the Dark Souls of racing games. Have you never been on Twitch? People on Twitch will say the stupidest shit, dude. It's crazy. They don't even bother stopping themselves. They don't even try to stop themselves. He's the Daigo of Beatmania. Yeah. Exactly, dude. I never changed the title. Am I still under Karma, the Dark World? Those devs are pissed, dude. I'm gonna leave the title under that game until I get my refund. That's when I'll change it. Alright, devs? What a bitch. Top karma streamer on the site. What title should I put? IRL? Or just chatting? We just chatting? Maybe I'll put CVS too. Texas Showdown is not a category, dude. The title is gonna still be Karma, The Dark World. But the category is gonna change. CVS 2. Millennium Fight 2001. Okay, changed. Thanks Avid Karma Fan and Southie and Funnel Cake. Thanks Fuck You HR Reporting Ho. And thanks Haha Tomasa and Coleslaw. Thanks. That guy Mad Lamau. Well, should have never got a job then. This is interesting music, don't you think? Usually they go with, like, let's see. Usually they would go with something like this. Right? Fighting game tournament breaks. Man, fighting games have changed, dude. What happened? We went from this to this. What happened, dude? I'm taking a break. Be cool.
Thank you.
Poof. When I was a kid, I remember liking Sonic Spinball more than the regular Sonic games. I had a Sega Genesis. I thought Spinball was better, personally. But when I got older, I started to like Sonic 2 more than Spinball. Sonic 2 is pretty cool. What do you guys want to talk about with me? We're still waiting for CVS. It's starting soon. Food. Food's always good. The chase yesterday? I know.
Thank you.
I heard it went viral. Thanks Natural Narwhal and Midas Wells Huckett? Yeah. Excuse me, thanks. Thanks El Pablo-san. Crispy fried tofu? Nah. What song is this? Oh, it's from Streets of Rage? They're playing on arcade cabinets. No wonder. That's cool. Are they? I think you can plug your controllers in, but it's an arcade cabinet. Maybe not. Maybe they were playing... I don't know. Because this game hasn't re-released yet. As far as I know. What's the most you've eaten in one sitting? I don't know. I've never like done anything that's like a well, one time I tried to do a challenge of a spicy ramen and that was a bad idea. But I didn't eat that much. It was just really spicy. Nice question, pervert. I know. Agreed. I used to be super fat though. I'm still really fat, but I used to be really, really fat. And at that time, I would eat a lot. Morbidly obese. Yeah. I still have a fucking resolution to work on. I've been like, dude, the thing is that exercise is insanely boring. Why are we looking at this guy's ass crack, dude? Fuck. I don't need to see that shit. Close. It's either this guy's ass or fucking Broski's dick, dude. Fighting games are weird. Welcome to your local. Man, that's true. That reminds me of Super Arcade. Everyone's ass crack is out. I ate 12-piece KFC? Whoa, you must feel like shit, dude. Anyone on Earth who eats 12 pieces of KFC feels like shit afterwards. If you're a human, you feel like shit. Doesn't matter how fat you are. A whole 2-liter? What? Man, you trying to break a record?
Gloria! Thank you.
Thanks, great essay. Thanks, Hugh. Thanks, Narwhal. Tis not a man.
Thank you.
Thanks, Copycat Ninja. My friend Jimmy put that for his high school yearbook quote. I can't believe I ate the whole thing. Good times. He's fat. He has a kid now. It barfed the last time I saw that baby. Man, babies are so weird. I don't hold them. I'm not into it. It's cool, man. I'll observe from afar. Seems like moms are really down to let people hold their kids. I'm not down. Yeah, they're too valuable to me. Like, if someone gets like a PS5, they don't go, hey, you want to hold it? No, man. Dude, I don't want to fucking hold that. It's expensive. You hold it. Babies don't usually smell. They usually smell like baby. Like, you know that, like, baby smell? They smell like baby powder, I guess. That's probably what it is. Yeah, baby powder. That's what they always smell like. No, it's not shit. You just had bad parents, or you are a bad parent. One of the two. Babies don't smell bad. I mean, it doesn't mean I like them. I'm not gonna pin. I'm not gonna, like, accuse. Just because I don't like kids and babies doesn't mean I'm just gonna pin all this new shit on them. Yeah, and they're bigots. Yup, everyone knows that. Oh, man. I don't like them, but they don't stink. I wonder how the Smash players got that reputation in the first place. Because I never really noticed that. They stink. I mean, in real life. They earned it, obviously, somehow. Yeah, exactly. If anything, in my experience, anime players stink way worse like shit than Smash players. In my experience, the anime suite at EVO was absolutely deplorable. It was... The sensation of stepping through the threshold of that room, stepping into it, the density of air was so different that it was like an entirely different fucking tropical atmosphere. Like, I stepped on a different planet. Beam me up. Beam me up. O'Brien, engage. And I'm on the surface of this new anime planet. And it's like, oh shit, the air on this planet will only support life for another 5 seconds. You know? Captain, we have to make a decision. It was like that, dude. It was fucking Absolutely unacceptable. You know, like how black mold can affect your lungs? It was like that. I could feel it in my lungs. Anime. Body odor. They needed to give that room to... Dude, could you imagine what the hotel did with that room afterwards? That is crazy. You need to give it to Raccoon City. Nuclear. There's the only way to get rid of that funk. It's over. Now we're talking. This is one of those songs that makes you move your head. You have to. Seinfeld's car? I was thinking that same shit. Cursed. Cursed car. Hey, bad girl, smile. How's it going? I'm doing pretty great. Just enjoying the chat room's company while we watch some random retro tournament. Talking shit about stuff. Complaining. Pretty girl alert. Don't look at her. You're trying to get cut up, dude? I'm a cholo. Thanks, Chief O'Brien, the movie. That's the title? Couldn't have come up with a better title, dude? That movie's gonna suck. Crying Tiger, what the fuck's that? Thanks, Tony AMA and Copycat Ninja. Thanks. How's the Caprice running? So good. Like a top. I'm considering getting different exhaust, louder exhaust. I haven't decided yet. It's really hard because exhaust, it's very difficult to know what you're gonna get before you get it. It sounded loud in the vid. It's not that loud. It's not loud enough to, like, people don't notice it if you drive by. It just sounds like a good, nice, healthy car to me. Get whistle tips? My Dodge is louder than my Caprice. But, dude, the Dodge sounds really good. They, like, pipe in the sound of the muffler to the driver's seat. That's like a thing that Dodge does, so it sounds extra good.
Mierda!
Got a job drawing hentai. Thanks for the luck buff. Here's your cut.
Hey, congrats on the job. Thanks, obese on a Friday. Got a job drawing hentai. Man, your days are numbered, man. How are you gonna stop AI hentai generation, dude? As soon as they figure out how to draw hands, you're toast. Enjoy it while it lasts. I'm just kidding. I mean, I guess I'm not, but it seems like there's a large group of the population who is exceptionally against AI art. A lot of people really hate it, like in a extreme way. Yeah. Excuse me. I can understand it. It's not, I don't think that it's beyond, like, I get it. I can understand why you hate it. I guess my stake in hating it is not so deep, but I think that I know enough about art and I have enough artists in my, like, family and friends to get it. Like, fuck that. I get it. Like, you know, no soul. No.
Thank you.
It has no soul, basically, right? And thanks, MF Zoro. No soul, no hair. got no honor. Exactly. That's what it is. That's what it is. It's much better. That's a better word than soul. In this, it's got no honor, dude. It's got no honor. You have to have honor to make art. It's like they're linked. They're linked. Think about it. Makes sense.
Favorite streamer smile.
Thanks, retard. Appreciate you. CBS 2 starting. Have you guys seen Fight Club? This guy reminds me of the guy from Fight Club. Robert Paulson. Robert Paulson, dude. That's a good movie.
Thank you.
This is also a good song. It's from Slam Tilt. This is a good song. He dominates the KFC bucket. Domination, dude. Domination, dude. The bucket does not stand a chance, dude. Thanks, Late Game Luck Build and Siamese Guy and Rochella. Thanks. Mamma Mia!
Have a good weekend.
Hey, thanks, Big Boss 420. Has anyone hit the PS1 sound yet? No. No PS1 sound. And also, didn't I add another one? No Izaro. There are 2 rare sounds that have never occurred. We've only gotten nutting sounds ever. They're just ultra rare, I guess. Everyone's a dad. Jeff Goldblum is playing? Damn. P-Groove? P-Groove Jeff Goldblum? I met that guy once. He bought me a Coke. Jeff Goldblum.
Thank you.
Hey, Shin Paolo. Thanks, man. Thanks for the resub. Hope you're doing alright.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was diet. The lady made a mistake and I ended up with a Diet Coke. I was like in the 1st grade. It was right after Jurassic Park came out. And my mom took me to the 3rd Street Promenade. And there was like a little cafe and she was like, I want water and then you can get yourself whatever you want. So I had the money and I went up to order and I looked up and it was Jeff Goldblum and he was there with a blonde girl and they were riding a motorcycle. I remember that. And I said, you're the guy from Jurassic Park. And he said, yeah, what are you getting? I'll get it for you. And I said, a Coke. And he said, hey, can you get this kid a Coke? And they gave me a Diet Coke. Stupid moron. Couldn't even get good service fucking 30 fucking years ago. 30 years, dude. They still can't get that shit right.
You know,
Morons.
I've never liked you, Rip.
Just got laid off after 7 years. Unicorn USA and nowhere else.
Hey, alright, thanks. Unlucky motherfucker. It seems like unlucky, but it's the best day of your life, dude. You just don't know it. Industry layoffs. I'll be honest with you, I hope you're a game dev. Because I'm always rooting against game devs. Jobs suck, congrats bro, you're free. It's true. If there's anything that's gonna motivate you to be a better person, it's gonna be losing your job. Time to go get a job, amigo. That thing that you've been meaning to do all these years, but you just can't get yourself to go look for a job while you already have a job? Well, now's your chance. That's how it works. You got this. Yeah, or you could just crush a KFC bucket. Dominate it. Everyone that I see in these tournaments that I recognize is old now. Which is so crazy. Including myself. The chair's nice and warm now. Gross. Yeah, a bunch of gray beards. Yep. They must just be button checking the setup.
Thank you.
Hey Valdezi, thanks for the tier 3 resub. Muchacho. Do I think that you should try cigarettes? Well, you got shot. Well, let me put it to you this way. If I like you, the answer is absolutely not. But in your case, maybe you should give them a try, amigo. You might like them. Don't give up, though. The key with cigarettes is when you first try them, they're not going to taste good. You got to try again. Never give up. You'll know when they taste good once you can't stop smoking them. That's how you know. Anyway, good luck. In case you can't tell that I'm joking, you don't want to smoke cigarettes. I would say that you should treat them as though they are like a curse. That's what they are. So, I wouldn't recommend it. Day 2, no cigarettes. You got this. Smoke. Is that Jeff Goldblum? Hey, what's up? Just got here. You know, Jeff Goldblum bought me a Coke once. It was back when I was in the 1st grade. The weather was similar to today's weather. Anyway, my mom had taken me to the promenade. Shut up, bitch. This entire camera feed is about to be eclipsed. The whole feed, dude. This shit is about to be an eclipse. What the hell? There's dads in the back. We can't see. God, dude. A room full of haters talking shit. That's cool. You know, we should be talking more shit about this guy in the background who's got his arms around 2 other guys instead of the fat guy. We don't even need to focus on the fat guy. The problem is we can't do anything but focus on him because he's eclipsing the whole screen, dude. We're trying to make fun of these 3 dads in the back, but he won't let us. 3 CVS dads, dude. It's making me uncomfortable watching this. And this guy on the left who's eating this snack here? I'm frustrated right now. Oh yeah, what's up with muting? Hey, what chat room? What do you guys think about streamers who, like, let's say right now I was eating a snack, right? Like munching on a snack. What do you think if I mute it so that you see me insert the snack inside my mouth and you know it's crunchy, but you don't get to hear the crunch? I mute it, silently crunching away, crunch, 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 swallow, and then I unmute it. How do you feel about that? I think unmuted is better. I understand the logic. You're thinking, well, I don't want to be rude, right? I don't want people to hear me chew. But I think visually, for the viewer, when you know there's a crunch and you expect a crunch and there's no crunch, it's jostling. I think it feels jostling. I didn't like it. She muted. I was frustrated. Well, I don't usually eat on stream, but I think that if I did, I wouldn't mute that. Same logic for sneezing? I don't sneeze on stream either. I don't yawn on stream either. It's pretty likely that you've never heard me yawn or sneeze. I don't do it.
Thank you.
Ever. Thanks, Mr. Critical Hit. Or fart. Yeah, but that's like, come on, man. Fart? I mean, yeah, okay, that would be funny. But it's just like, you know. Okay, maybe I will. I don't know, it just seems like you're not gonna score. You're never gonna score if you fart on stream, dude. It's already enough that I burp, but it's not my fault. It just comes out when I'm talking shit. You know? You're never gonna score if you fart on stream. Yeah, I burp too much. But it, you know, I can't do anything about it. It comes out while I'm talking and breathing. It's really difficult to see coming. Aris, my man, have some chicks. Yeah, man. You gotta always consider that. Unless you don't like girls. At least you say excuse me? Yeah, that's another mom thing. I used to get in trouble if I burped without saying excuse me every time, so it's kind of like one of those mom things. I practically say it when I'm by myself. Basically, you know how that goes. Excuse me. Rip chair, sad face. That chair is putting in overtime, but I can tell you as a fat dude myself, those chairs can really take a beat down. That chair is holding that dude up and it's not even breaking a sweat. Those chairs are buff as fuck. Titanium enforced, uranium, Armenium. They'll hold up the fattest Armenian dude there is. That's the shit that Wolverine is made out of, you know. The hell were we talking about? I forgot the toppings. We're talking about muting it when you chew. Oh, also covering your mouth when you sneeze? Oh, Lord. If I'm watching someone stream and they sneeze and they don't cover their mouth or put that shit in their arm, I'm fucking out of here. That shit, you just sneezed on me.
Thank you.
That shit, I hate it. Cover your fucking mouth even if you're alone. It's like, I don't know about you guys, but I put on deodorant even if I'm not gonna see anybody. You know? Because you never know. A beautiful big-titted woman could come out of the sky and what are you gonna do? Stink like a fucking turd, dude? Knock, knock. You open the door and there's 2 PS5s, 1 in each hand. Pretty girl, what are you gonna do? Hold on a second, miss. Let me go and get some deodorant. No, man. You gotta be ready to attack. Okay? Simple as that. Prepared. Damn, man. Does he not know that the camera is here, man? Whatever, dude. Talking shit's fun, and we're just trying to have a good day here, alright? That's it. 3K people talking shit about one fat dude. So what, man? That's what I'm saying, dude. It's good-spirited, okay? We're all just trying to have a good day. Let me tell you, there are fatter dudes than that guy right this second in the chat calling that guy fat. I promise you that. And they are not as good at CVS2 as this fat dad is, okay? And that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing right there. Okay? Literally me? You're fat. You know what? She just said, why has there been a 3-hour break? What I'm thinking is, this tournament is actually being streamed on another channel, and we're just watching this fat guy cam. I think I'm on the wrong channel. Are we missing the tournament? I'm just watching this fat dude's side boob. Shit's pretty cool. Dude, when I went to Golden Corral and I went to get the chicken and I grabbed the tongs, the first time at Golden Corral, I grabbed the tongs to get the chicken and they were so lubed up by the fat fuck that went before me that they slipped, whoop, out of my hand. I couldn't even grab the fucking tongue because they were so greasy. The fat fuck went to get seconds after eating fried chicken and didn't wipe his hands. Jabba the Hutt? Dude, after that, okay, so it slipped out of my hand. I immediately walked back, put the plate on the table, and I asked the lady where the restroom is with my hand in the air, like, don't touch anything. And I went into the restroom and washed my hand after that. And then I told the lady that these tongs are dirty and they need to be replaced. And then she replaced them. It was, that was traumatizing. The way that those tongs slipped out of my hand like that, traumatizing. I hated that. Buffets are gross. Yeah. Especially this one. Because of the way, like, there were people... there were people walking around the buffet in random directions holding plates, and they couldn't even stand up straight. They were like zombies. It was like... You know when you're playing like House of the Dead and there's some zombies in the background that you don't really have to kill, but if you shoot them you get bonus points? Those bonus point zombies were all over the place. They were just holding empty plates and walking like the earth. Just earth walkers. What are these guys doing? They can't stand up straight. They're just old as fuck. The food isn't even in that direction. They're just walking around. It was crazy, dude. It was crazy. Golden Corral, dude. I like this song. This is a good boss song. I like this song. He's fat, I know. Bosses used to all be fat. King K. Rool, Bowser, Dr. Robotnik. They used to always be fat. Fat boss. Oh shit, dude. The dog song. You guys are alright by me. That's crazy, man. I've already been streaming for 3.5 hours. How long did I play that shitty game? I feel like I only played that for like an hour, right? How'd you guys manage that? You got the Riz, I guess. Thanks 2% MILF. Thanks that fat guy's chair. And thanks the dude abides. This is the Caprice theme song. Yeah, I think about my car when I hear this song too. I still haven't gotten pulled over. I'm waiting. A cop talked to me once, but he was just talking about my car. He said like, hey, that's a really nice car. And I said, thanks. You should see under the hood. And then I drove off and he didn't do nothing. I drove off. See ya. That was cool. I love driving it so much. More than I think I should. I really like driving it. Was he fat? The cop? No, he was like old. What car? I have a 88 Chevy Caprice police package. I made some YouTube videos about it on my YouTube channel if you want details. It's awesome. It's my favorite car. I literally, while I'm driving it, feel like it's the coolest car on the whole road. Sickest song you've bumped in the whip? I don't listen to music at all in my car, either car. I like listening to the car. I feel like you can't enjoy the music and you can't enjoy the car when you're listening to music in the car. So I don't really listen to music in the car. I think it's also, you have to factor in that I don't drive much. So it's like if I spent a lot of time in traffic every day commuting to and back from work, then I would listen to music in the car. But because I don't drive that much, when I do drive, it's like a really exciting and fun experience to me. So I like to listen to the car when I do. Like listen to the road. But I will turn on the radio lull to listen to like traffic. That's like the most common thing I'll do. I don't often use like a GPS unless it's somewhere I'm not confident in finding. I won't use like a GPS the entire way. So I'll use the radio lull to tell me what's going on. Like if this freeway has an accident, I won't take that freeway or whatever. And then because I'm waiting for traffic, sometimes you hear about what's going on, local news. And they'll talk about how some poor kid overdosed on fentanyl because he can't handle his funt. And it's so tragic. They had a long life ahead of them. Some shit like that. Don't do drugs. Amigos. What are you guys up to tonight? Any plans? Anyone doing anything? Dinner alone. Dinner with a friend. Tomahawk steak. What the hell? Eid Mubarak. Drinking and gaming. Sears catalog. I want to eat something not that heavy, but still good. That's my goal for tonight's meal. Not that heavy, but still good. I don't know. I was gonna hang out with some of my friends, but one of them is like Rip actually was sick. He's like, I'm not that sick anymore. I was like, yeah, whatever. Fucking see you next weekend, shithead. That sick anymore? Fuck you. See you next weekend, dude. I don't think so. Ever had ceviche with leche de tigre? Shut up, bitch. I like ceviche. That shit's hella good. But only when it's shrimp. I like shrimp ceviche. Yeah, the car chase yesterday was one for the record books. I feel like it was up there with the Wheelie Boys. With like craziness. The Wheelie Boys was really crazy because when the first guy was being chased, some guy said like, do a wheelie, and we were like, or at least I remember thinking, this guy doesn't have the guts to do a wheelie. And then not only did he have the guts to do a wheelie, he has like a whole army of Wheelie Boys, and they're all headed this way, and they're all gonna do wheelies. And there's gonna be a fat guy who rides an ATV, and even the fat guy's gonna do a wheelie. It's gonna be the greatest car chase, dude. That's crazy. Hey, what's up, possible ban evader? You are restricted by Automod. Goodbye. That was sick. Wheelie Boys. And they got away. I know, man. The legends. Dude, the car chase yesterday was insane. This dude was just ramming into everyone, and then he crashed his whip into a Sherwin-Williams, and then he got out of the car and walked away in slow-mo like a pimp. Like he didn't even give a fuck. And then right after that, he knocked out a cop cold without even trying, because that cop was such a dumb fuck. Some cop like knocked himself out. Did he hit any paint? No, man, but that would have been tight. If he went into the Sherwin-Williams. But no, he just crashed into the outside. Dude, look at the video. No Pants made a video. It's on my YouTube. Look at the video, dude. All the proof you need is there. He reminded me of you, Burr. The GOAT. Shut up, I'm gonna watch. Alright, I'll keep it down while you're watching. Let me know when you're back. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Someone ban him. Man, me and this guy used to talk so much shit at Super Arcade. It was insane. You know how that's what we're doing right now? Where we're just all making fun of a fat guy? Me and him would do that shit. Just like, basically like that movie. You know that movie? What's that movie with Jay and Silent Bob? It was like that, except he's black. We were just literally making fun of people, how shitty they drive, this dude's hair, look at this girl. Like all kinds of just dissing. We were just dissing everyone. That's what we did. Time to diss. Let's go outside and diss. That was fun. Fun times. We're waiting for this tournament to start. It's like never gonna start. I don't know what's going on. They all left. Why did everyone leave, dude? It looked like they were... Did the tournament end? Maybe it's been streamed on a different channel the whole time and I've just been fucking up and watching the fat guy. Is that the fat guy or is that another fat guy? That's not the same fat guy. That was a different fat guy, I think. It's hard to tell. It's another one. Herds. guys are alright. Thanks, the dude abides. Man, you know, one of the things that I wanted to do while waiting for this tournament to start was figure out what game is coming out on Monday. Tomorrow I'm busy. I'm going to a car race. What's happening on Monday? Something's coming out. I have to look at it. I have to, like, you know, on Twitter, sometimes people will send me like a recommendation. It's on there, I think. Did you get your ear protection? Yeah, I did. It's in the other room. They're like basically like my gaming headset, except it's like a complete noise canceling earmuffs. I believe they're designed for people who shoot or do construction or something, but it's not enough. Do you like drag racing? I've never been to a real drag race. I've only been to drag races that are like, hey, we're gonna race each other at this place. See you there. I've been at that kind of a drag race, but I've never been to like a real one. I'm pretty excited. Are you gonna stream that shit? No, but the thought crossed my mind to do something similar to the food videos somehow. I haven't really given it too much thought, but I could do something like that. They're load AF. Yeah, I know. I got ear. I'm gonna do plugs and muffs. Yeah, maybe I'll do something like that. I don't know how to do it. You know, the problem with doing stuff like that is it requires creativity. Creativity is pretty hard. You have to like create it in your mind and then execute it. Are they funny cars? Honestly, I'm not sure. But they're like rockets, apparently. Yeah, YouTube video is what I would do, if anything. Like, my number one rule when it comes to anything like doing those food review type of things or whatever, my number one rule is it can't take away from the experience of the meal. Like, if it requires me to put up a tripod or do some different method of eating to show the camera what I'm eating or anything that's gonna disturb the honor of this meal, that's when it's like not acceptable, you know? I don't want to sacrifice the like integrity of the meal or the experience. So like tomorrow I wouldn't want to, for example, like, hey amigos, here we are at this, no, that's not gonna happen. It's gonna be me documenting my experience and then maybe at a later time verbally narrating the experience, and then No Pants can turn it into a video. That's the only way it can be done, because I like social interaction with other humans, and I like it so much that I'm unwilling to sacrifice it for you. No offense. But I'd rather have a normal conversation and have fun in real life with real people than look like a bitch holding a camera talking to a chat room, you know? Stop, you're on stream, bro! Chat, is this real? Excuse me. Chat, are we cooked? God, dude. Gross. This tournament's never starting, is it? It ended. Tournament's over, dude.
Thank you.
Thanks, Realist Jojo. We're tournament edging. Fuck. Thanks, Donnie Rockwood.
Thank you.
This blunt rotation is huge.
Thank you.
I know a guy who was smoking weed with this other guy that he didn't know. And then, so like they shared the pipe. And then afterwards, when, I don't need it. Hey, what the hell? Is he doing that on purpose? I ain't trying to see that shit. I don't even fucking remember what I was saying. Oh yeah, so he smoked weed with this other guy that he didn't know, and then later on we were all standing outside, and then it turned out that the other guy who nobody knew had like some wild rash on his legs that looked like some Marn's leg T-virus shit, and then when my friend saw it, and then he vomited. Instantaneously, like instantaneously vomited. It was fucking hilarious, dude. Like, I went, okay, so we were standing outside Super Arcade. The guy was right there. I was right here. My friend was right here. And we're just standing there. I said, hey, look at this dude's legs. And then he looked. And then the moment he looked, instantly, he vomited. It was so fucking funny. It was so funny. It came out. That is a classic, dude. I forgot about that. God. That was funny. There were a lot of really funny things like that that happened at Super. You know, I worked there 12 hours a day. 12 hours a day is a long time. Plenty of time for funny things to happen. You know? The hobo staring at a wall story? I don't even know what you're talking about. You're probably talking about another guy. Something not related to Super Arcade. 12-hour shifts? Yeah, but it wasn't... It was kind of hard, but it didn't bother me. I liked it. You know, honestly, it's kind of weird because at that time in my life, I was super depressed. And I didn't know what I was going to do with my life. I was a total fuck up, at least in my eyes. And so it was really difficult to appreciate those times for how valuable they ended up being at the time. At the time, that shit sucked ass. It was whack. But now that I look back, it was like the coolest. It was so cool. It was just because I was younger at least. I wasn't even that young. But I was a late bloomer. I'm slow to everything, really. I mean, what's the rush? I do everything late. So what? Except for go bald and turn gray. Other than those things, I do everything else late. But whatever, dude. That's my build. What do you want me to do? Replacement hairline? Nah. I'd rather LS swap my Caprice. Reroll? Nah. I'm perfectly blessed every day. Get a cybernetic hairline? Damn. Sounds pretty cool. Pre-gout? I got gout like 14 years ago. Right around 13 years ago or something. Right around when I lost like 80 pounds. That's when I got gout. I went from like I was up to like 325 and then I went down the lowest to like 237. So I went from 325 to 237, and then I got gout.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was insanely fat. I was morbidly obese. I was so fat. I remember needing like an extension on an airplane for the seatbelt. I was enormous. My friend, Filthy Rich, he drove a Mazda Miata to my other friend's house, and he wanted to move his car. I was like, let me move your car, because it was a stick shift. So I wanted to drive, you know, you don't get an opportunity to drive a stick shift that often. So I sat in the car, and I literally couldn't close the door. I was too fat. The door wouldn't close. So I drove that shit with half of my ass out of the car and parked it. It was crazy. I was so fat. But whatever.
Thank you.
Thanks, Devil May Care, for the resub. And Locomotive. And Skull Kid. Yeah, I ended up doing a super low carb diet. And I ate a lot of salami and pepperoni. And it worked like a charm, but I got gout. Am I tall? I'm 5'10". It really depends on whether or not you're short. If I'm tall. I'm 5'10". What was your job before streaming? I worked at Super Arcade. I've had only like 4 jobs in my life. I used to work at a video game store when I was really young, but it didn't really count as a job to me. It was more like my friend worked there and he would pay me to do half his job, kind of like that. And that was like when I was 15. And then when I was 18, I worked at a library, and I worked at that library for 6 years. So when I was 18 until I was 24 during those years. And while I worked at the library, I got a second job to pay for an arcade machine that I never ended up buying. And that was as a taxi cab dispatcher. So people would call me and say, oh, I need a ride from this address to this address. And then I would like take the info and call a cab for them, get them a cab. And then after all that, I worked at Super Arcade for like 3 years. And then while I was working at Super Arcade, I was like a streaming enthusiast. So I would go to these fighting game tournaments like the one we're watching, and the people who were streaming the tournaments, I would ask them about it. Like, hey man, what do you have to do to stream yourself at home? And then so these guys would like tell me what to buy. And this very green camera that you are watching me on now was on that list of things to buy. And so I did. And I started streaming while I was working at Super Arcade. I remember I used to go to work at 10 a.m., stay at work at Super 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., 12 hours. Then I'd close the arcade, I'd come home, I'd stream for 2 or 3 hours, go to sleep, go back to the arcade in the morning. I remember that routine. That was the routine I had while I worked at Super for a while. Oh yeah, I also sold cop cars. After I stopped working at Super Arcade, but that didn't count as a job. You count that as a job? That was like a hustle. You know, like after I stopped working at the library, I used to go to government auctions, and I used to buy police cars from government auctions and then sell them on Craigslist and make profit off of them. I used to do that too. But that didn't feel like a job. That was more like a side hustle. Hustle is a job? I don't know. I didn't think so. I didn't feel like that. I mean, this doesn't feel like a job. This feels more like a hustle, doesn't it? Like something that I do, you know, to make a living. Doesn't feel like a job to me. You know. I'm so happy you're not the same person that played Tag 2. Well, I mean, you know, normal humans grow and change and learn. So it's pretty difficult to be that same person. I'll tell you though, during that time, that's when I was just saying, like, you know, I was really not happy. I was definitely not happy during that time. And it didn't, Tag 2 didn't help. That's not a happy person's game. That's a sad person's game. Thanks, Mars Driver. Yeah, that was like an unpleasant time. Around when I turned 30. But it was like at the moment I turned 30 when I realized that this is when it's gonna be sick. This is like the cool part of the movie. I bet that's super normal for everyone. I think your late 20s are always gonna be full of like worry about the future. Whose dad this is?
Up the CBS 2 Naomi boards. So we had to pull apart the Marvel stuff and then move it.
Hey, alright. What? You got enough of a following? I'm not even sure what the hell that means, dude. I don't really think about stuff that way. I never have. I just think about it like... There was a time when I turned on Twitch. I swear, you know Dan's Gaming? You know that guy? He's bald. That guy? I turned on Twitch. I saw Dan's Gaming. And I was like, wow. Look at this guy, dude. He plays video games for a living. That is amazing. Better go to work. Let me go to work and open up the arcade. I swear, I couldn't believe it. It was like he inspired me. I couldn't believe it. I was like, this can be true? It can't be. It can't be true. This can't be. And of course, at the time, it was a brand new concept. You know?
Thank you.
There's Jeff Goldblum. Thanks Z Payload. Thanks for the tier 2. And thanks Mars Driver. Thanks One Man Tournament. And Blaze and Turtak. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm glad I streamed too. But I don't really like... I think it's a total fucking miracle. It's like really crazy. Just because of how much I've, in my life, been through these moments of like uncertainty. Where it's like, this is just such an absurd reality for this to be really true. You know? Like, there's so many people out there that have to go to work. This is outrageous. How could this be true? So... It's almost like I'm in a constant state of waiting to wake up. Like, this can't be real, dude. And I'm just waiting to wake up. And, like, because I'm not waking up, it's like, okay, then. Well, you better be grateful that this is allegedly reality. So, for the time being, I will just be grateful. But while I'm being grateful, I got my eye on you. Reality. And... one wrong move and I'll know this is bullshit and it can't be real. You were born just in time for this job to exist. It's a miracle. Any later, I'm really like pushing it. I'm really pushing that shit, you know? Like, hey, what's up, amigos? No, man. It is a miracle, dude. You got fucking lucky, man. 1 or 2 more years, dude. Forget it. Is that Rolento? Oh! He's got grenades. Rolento! Oh, shit, dude. He's got grenades. Call the cops. Those are good. Those are serious grenades, man. Put some orange on that shit, man. Grenade nipples. You're getting hustled by me? Yeah, I'm really hustling you. Always telling you what to do and shit. Always asking you for things like to subscribe and donate to me. I sure do that all the time. Getting hustled. More like getting finessed, gay dude. Admit it. I got you wrapped around my finger. You're gay. Anyway, thanks for subbing. Thanks John Schlick and Oberon, or whatever. Nice grenades. Thanks. Gay parasocial Aris fans. Parasocial means that like you think that you're in a personal relationship with a streamer, right? Basically. Like that dude that's had a 5-year-long joke with me that I don't know about from the other day. That guy went, he left the chat room, he tore up his Aris fan like he was at a dog race and his dog just lost. Fucking threw it in the air and left. Fuck this. That guy is pissed.
Thank you.
Are you serious? Evil Aris claims another victim, dude. He destroyed his Aris shrine. Man. Uh-oh. What if I'm on his list now and he's putting on lipstick? Fuck.
Thank you.
Whatever. Fuck you. Come and get it, bitch. Thanks, Kaburio. And Rain RX7. Thanks. He's the next evil Aris. I just created the next evil Aris on Discord. He's gonna paint himself green and put lipstick on his butthole.
Thank you.
The ultimate villain.
Thank you.
Thanks, Fofu. Thanks, Costas Vando. Thanks. This guy's glasses just happen to be at like the worst angle where they show the light reflecting off of them. Sucks.
Thank you.
Man, that idea is so foreign. I've never had to wear glasses. I can't even imagine it. It must be not that bad, but a little annoying. I can't even imagine it. Yeah, I'm gonna play the PoE 2 patch. I'm really excited. What is that, on Tuesday? Or Friday? You forget about him? Yeah, I mean, I think it's... I guess it's probably more annoying if you wear contacts. Contacts seem like a lot more, like, maintenance and, like, application and keeping them fresh inside the goo. That part seems annoying. But maybe glasses are pretty easy. You just put them on. Just forget they're there. Thanks Scully's pink butthole. And thanks Takashita Suckakaki. Thanks Rose. Falling asleep with contacts in is one of the worst feelings in the world. I've never worn contacts in my life. I can't relate. I've worn glasses, of course. I wear sunglasses when I'm driving. That chase was wild. Yeah, man, I told you. Took you that long? What did you watch it in 0.5 speed?
Thank you.
The hell? It was like 40 minutes ago, man. You stealing Wi-Fi again? Is that what's going on? You on some hacked, stolen Wi-Fi?
Thank you.
Hey, Shine. What's up, man? Are you Jamaican? Anyway, thanks. I mean, he said, I'm glad you enjoyed the Jamaican food. I wonder why he would be glad unless he is Jamaican. Yeah, I'm Jamaican. Oh, cool. Cool. I just assumed that because he said that. Speaking of, did you guys know that there's an ethnicity guesser? I played it earlier today and I got it wrong. Thankfully, it was off stream. I thought the guy was Chinese. What did you say? Would highly recommend stewed chicken next time? That's such a unspecific type of a word or like a dish. Stewed chicken? Okay. Alright, thanks. I'll try it. I'm sure it's delicious. I'm just saying, you know, it's not like, I don't know, descriptive. It's not very descriptive. Wouldn't it seem worse if you did extremely well at ethno-guesser? Is that the case? Are you saying that if I can look at someone and guess their ethnicity, that makes me more of a bigot? I disagree. Because the whole concept of being a bigot is you're uneducated. You know? You're just like a hillbilly. So, like, everyone's Chinese. You know what I mean? So, like, yeah, I don't think so. Taking the time to be able to identify and correctly know everyone's ethnicity, that's the opposite, dude. You're putting in effort to be correct. That the whole point of being a bigot is that you're not putting in effort because you don't give a fuck and you're a bigot. You know? I was at Strong Style and I was standing like 5 feet away from Chris Seglia, and he was talking to somebody's dad that was not like into fighting games. He was just there, you know, like we're at a hotel and different people are at the hotel and they see this event going on, so they're kind of curious. They walk in, they go to the nearest desk, you know, and this guy said to Chris Seglia, he referred to Asian people as Orientals, basically. And Chris, it was like he slapped Chris's face. The look on his face, he was like, totally fucking stunned. Like, he couldn't believe it, you know? And like, you know, to me, everyone who's that age is gonna say some shit like that, dude. It's par for the course. He's old as fuck, dude. You know? But Chris was shocked. We even laughed about it afterwards. I thought it was crazy. But I mean, you know, yeah, that's what they say. You can't say that. But if you're like 70, what are you gonna do about it to a 70-year-old? My mom gets frustrated with my grandma, like with her behavior, you know? And I tell her, like, and she knows this is true, but what are you gonna do about it? She's 95 years old. What are you gonna do? Teach her something new? You're gonna like teach her that this is wrong? No, you're not gonna teach her anything. What you're gonna do is you're gonna be different. Don't be that way when you're 90. Remember this, so that when I'm your age, you're not gonna give me the same fucking problems she's giving you. That's the whole point. You're not gonna teach her anything. You're never gonna teach her. She's 90. You know? I used to, like, back before, when I was a little bit younger, and my grandma was not as old, I used to, like, bait her by saying that I was gay, you know? To, like, the look on her face was, like, horrified. It was fucking funny, dude. But she's so old, dude. She was horrified. funny.
Mamma mia!
Thankfully, that type of thing didn't carry over to my mom. My mom, she's not such a big bigot. Though everyone's mom also slips sometimes too. That's the way it is. At least if you're my age. It's just normal shit. She accepts you? Hey, fuck you, Vic. You better keep fucking dreaming, bitch. I know that's what you've been praying for the last decade, shithead. God, I can't wait to suck Aris's dick. Keep fucking praying for that shit, bitch. Trying to fucking make jokes, little joker. Trying to be a joker, amigo? Yeah. Hey, thanks, food court jerk chicken. That can't be good. I've never seen a Jamaican place in a food court in my life. This is a good Saturday. It's kind of a weird one, right? But it's a good one. I agree with you. I am getting really hungry now, though. I can feel it. I'll probably just browse around for something to watch, unless I feel like going for a drive. Thanks, Drakes, and thanks again, Shine. Yeah, I did like it. It was good and so unique. I think the thing that I like about these types of foods, like Indian and Thai and Jamaican and these types of foods, is they're so unobtainable otherwise. Like, you could go your entire life eating food, and if you don't eat Indian food, you will never taste anything like it. And that's how Jamaican food also is. It's like you can easily live a lifetime without experiencing that, unless you go out of your way to find it. Of course, depending on where you're from. That's a factor. That's for sure. Yeah, I'm enjoying my day too. Nice work, chat room. You guys are good. I like fortune cookies. I don't know. I'm superstitious. In general, I'm pretty superstitious, and I like fortune cookies. They're good. I always get good ones. Thanks, Chief O'Brien, the movie, and Ollie Crescent. Thanks to Main Man's mustache. How is his mustache doing? Thanks. I could eat a whole bag of fortune cookies. I mean, just one is okay. How's my mustache doing? Fine. Fine. Not much to report. Eating an Oreo Blizzard? To me, Blizzards remind me of Tommy's chili because they're the same consistency and you could turn them both upside down without spilling a drop. I love Tommy's chili. If you win. You think this is the best My Sprite? It's good, but I don't know if it's the best. It's good though. I think this game has a very nice look to it. Like, it's a nice looking game. This feed is not a nice feed. Right now what you're seeing is not doing this game justice. They're capturing an arcade machine and it looks weird. But it's a nice looking game. The sprites are classic, but you know, like the moves themselves kind of look modern, and I like this game. I like this game. I just think the game sucks. This is like Escape from LA, where I like that movie, but you're never gonna hear me say Escape from LA is a good movie. That movie fucking sucks, but I like it. This game fucking sucks. But I like it. Hibiki. She's very fun to use. She has like really satisfying normals. Her light attacks are really crispy. And she has like this big ass swipe. It's really big and fun. Escape from LA is like MGS2. That suggests that Escape from New York is like MGS1, and I completely disagree because I think Escape from New York sucks ass too. They both fucking suck, but I like both of them. I just think both those movies fucking suck, really bad. But I like them. They're cool. Snake Plissken is tight. Yeah, he's awesome. At this point, Kurt Russell is like my uncle. He's not even like an actor. That's Uncle Kurt. That guy's sick. He's been so sick in so many things. The guy's awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks, Brown Zangief. Thanks again, Ollie. This is Skinny Bison. Skinny Bison jerking off an invisible dick. Oh yeah, his teleport. I forgot about that. Useful. Yeah, it's moderately useful. I can't wait to try and roll cancel again. In my mind, I feel like roll canceling was easier to do than it will be now. So we'll see. If I can still roll cancel at least a little bit, I'll be impressed. Because I remember it being not that hard. I remember there being a time where people were saying, yeah, it's really cheap, but no one can do it. It's so hard. No one will ever be able to do it. It's too hard. And then not only could people do it, everyone could do it. Anyone could do it. It's not even hard. That shit was crazy. Roll canceling is more than ridiculous. It's fucking insane, dude. It's insane. For those of you who don't know what roll canceling is, in this game, depending on what groove you pick, you get access to an evasive move called roll. It's 2 buttons together. And when you push it, you get invincibility. Basically, what you can do is you can apply the roll's invincibility to your moves if you do it perfectly. It's a bug that has a really difficult command input, and if you do it right, you apply the invincibility of the roll to the actual move you're doing. So that gives, like, you know, when you're playing Street Fighter, you do a Dragon Punch to do a wake up DP or whatever, EX Dragon Punch to get instant invulnerability. Well, you could do that with like Blanca's Electricity or Honda's 100 Hands, or just any move. Any special move you have, you could give it invincibility. So it's, as you can imagine, it becomes really cheap. And you can't even really see it. Like when you're looking at it, it just looks like Blanca's doing electricity, but he's invincible. You can't see it. It's completely undetectable unless someone fails. Like if someone clearly fails to hit, then it's like, oh, he RC'd that, you know? It's really crazy and cheap. But it's still fun. Put that in a modern fighting game. If it was ever in a modern fighting game, it would be gone the moment that it were discovered. The only reason this was allowed to exist is because of the way patching didn't exist. So you just assume it's coming? Yeah, basically, you have to consider it to be a part of your opponent's move list. Like a roll canceled electricity is something that I have to consider when I'm fighting against Blanca. RC is so strong, you should be doing it every time. Yeah, there is never a reason to do a special without an RC. Like, you should always be trying to do it, at least. You're not going to hit it every time because it's really hard, but it's like the most ultimate technique. It's the ultimate technique, dude. Yeah, when is that? That's a good point. Let me look at this. It's March now. April 4th is next Friday. Tomorrow is Sunday. Is there anything coming out next week that I need to know about? Cool games or fun things? This is by far the best chat on Twitch, mostly because ATP regulates. Someone shoot that guy. Thanks, Fallout Sean. Thanks. I'm just kidding. You don't have to shoot him. Switch to direct. Yeah, I run a tight ship around here. You gotta stand up straight. You know. It's gotta be fun. If you're no fun, I don't like you. This is my job, but I don't want it to feel like my job. I remember when I worked at the library, I first experienced the feeling of like, okay, this job is sick, but now I have a coworker that I hate, and this coworker takes this job that is supposed to be sick, and she turns it into something that I don't like anymore. So I realized the power that others have in ruining your day, ruining your job, you know, just like the ability that someone else has to ruin your day is shocking. So when I see someone in the chat room that I don't like, you know, I don't fucking like you, you just are annoying. You know, people will tag me and be like, at Avoiding the Puddle, hey, I just got done drinking my dad's cum, you know, or some shit, right? And it's like, you're banned, dude. And they think like, oh, but that was just a joke or something, right? And it's like, I get it, yeah, that was a joke, but this is not my job. This is fun, and you're not fun. You're banned. I don't like you. I wouldn't be friends with you. Cum bum, basically. It's because you're not like trying to be likable. I think everyone should to some degree. It's probably why I don't like the internet. I fucking hate the internet. That shit's gross. It's so gross the way people will behave on the internet. I hate it. I think it's funny. That shit has like, you know, some people really let internet comments and criticism affect their day. That shit has really cost me, you know, relationships and shit. It can really penetrate your day if you let it. I think that the internet is a fucking joke when it comes to letting it ruin your day, at least. Communicating with other humans on the internet is not that sick. People are whack. Unless they're pleasant. When people are pleasant and they stand up straight and they act the way they would if they were, like, for example, hanging out with you somewhere, then it's cool. It can be done. Second day off of Twitter. Twitter is really whack unless you're using it for porn. It's cool for that. And sometimes funny videos. I like that too. Funny videos and porn. That's it though. The Italian dog? dog was sick, dude. That dog was speaking Italian, man. That dog was tight. I like those guys. Those kinds of dogs. The ones that like yell like the cleric beast. Those guys are sick. They just scream like Bloodborne. Yeah, those guys are cool. Funny.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kensei Kim. Thanks, Unannounced Fart, for the tier 2. And Dr. Pepper Anima. And thanks, NorCal Smart Style. And Fallout Sean. I think I'm fucking hungry. I might as well, right? We didn't even need the tournament after all. It turns out all we need is each other's company, and that's good enough. Pretty impressive, chat. Nice work. Don't even need the fucking tournament. Hey, thanks very much for tuning in. I had a wonderful Saturday. Impressive work, chat room. I'm busy tomorrow. I'm doing stuff, but I'll be back on Monday. I'll think really hard about what I'm gonna play. But thankfully, it doesn't matter. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for watching my stream. Thanks, Mitch Eel. I'll see you guys in the sewer. Take it easy. Have a good one. See ya.